City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans. At the controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
I am amazed it lasted this long.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
Holy mother of God.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
There's no positives out of this thing, except for everybody's blood.
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
Oh, my God. Okay, no, this is getting really intense now.
It starts funny and then gets very uncomfortable.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
You couldn't have picked a fucking more self-destructive show.
Yeah, crazier the better, yeah.
What are you, 19? I'm 19.
Delicious.
You made Springer uncomfortable. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Thank God this show's on radio.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement.
Hey, let's go fucking have a good time. What the fuck?
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Do I see a wide-awake Jim Norton today?
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no.
I feel like a person today.
Okay.
I'm much better.
Okay.
I went home yesterday. And
okay.
At Dr. Steve's advice, I took Mucinex DM at 11:30 in the morning. I went to bed. I said no alarm, no nothing. I'm going to see how long I can sleep. Woke up at 10:30 p.m. So then I'm like, all right.
You slept 11 hours.
I slept 11 hours.
Wow.
And then I'm like, all right, now am I going to stay up here? Because it's a little too long.
It's a little too early to be getting up.
It would have been nice if it was 3:30 in the morning and I could have just been all chipper with that and took a shower.
You should have adjusted that.
Yeah, it was a little much.
So you're wide awake at 10:30 at night when most people go to bed or start thinking about going to bed.
Does this song ever end? Jesus Christ.
You don't like talking over that?
No.
Yeah.
I never noticed it. Like all of a sudden, like wow, it's long.
Yeah, E-Rock could fucking just keep playing that over and over again. And
how'd you like your earpieces snapped?
What happened?
What? He's already making the frustrated E-Rock face and the hand in the air.
So I walked to our supermarket and I got a little piece of chicken and some vegetables and just ate. And I ate 2 oranges, which was a mistake.
Why would you eat 2 oranges?
Because I figured it's fresh fruit for a sweet boy.
Isn't it amazing that sugar will keep you awake
yes,
like that?
Yes, it is, It certainly is amazing.
What's wrong with us?
Well, I thought it was
I always thought candy and, the regular desserts, cookies and cake and ice cream and all that. Yeah, I get it. You eat that, you're going to stay awake because of the sugar rush. But from fruit? I only learned that recently.
Fruit will kill you.
It will keep you wide the fuck awake.
Because I took another Mucinex DM, which is a cough. It breaks you up somehow. And I coughed. I took a shower. I watched the second episode of The Ultimate Fighter.
Nice.
I had I wanted to be up for a couple hours. I'm like, I'll get a few hours.
Yeah.
And then I just laid in bed and had weird fucking dreams, man.
Really?
And I couldn't sleep. I probably got 2 more hours.
What were the weird dreams?
When Kenny called, because Kenny calls me every morning, I was dreaming about Kenny when he called me. That I was going, this is silly, but I think a couple of my shows are sold out this weekend in Columbus. So I dreamt I was going to a sold out show and the woman called Kenny on the machine and said, Gary? But I don't know why, but I knew that was us.
Yeah.
And she goes, we got a great sold out show, which is great because we're competing with Van Halen or something. I really think a lot of myself. And I walk down the steps thinking I'm a hot shot.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of fans around and none of them recognize me. And there's a closet door is the bathroom. Boy, is that fucking telling. Is that fucking, like a sliding door is the bathroom door, not an open and shut door.
Yeah.
So I try to do something funny and then slam the door, but it won't close and it keeps popping open. So Kenny is helping me close the fucking bathroom and lock the door.
Oh boy,
and
you're trying to keep some secrets in
I
that
think I am. Because then Kenny's
fucking closet.
But then at the end it's like the size of a piece of loose leaf and Kenny is squeezing it with pliers and pulling it closed. And then
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucked up.
I know, and then I woke up, and I remember he had armpit odor in the dream. And he normally does not. Kenny never smells.
You could have
other
odor
than the odor of his soul.
You could have odors in your dreams?
I mean, I recognize it. It might have just been, I might be making up it.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
So you got to sleep a little bit.
2 more hours, yeah.
2 more hours, that's not bad.
Yeah, wide awake, that orange just killed me. And they gave me reflux.
I searched out Dr. Steve, too, because I felt like I was 2 days behind you.
Yeah.
We're doing all right this week, but I don't know if we told the people, but you and I are definitely falling apart. You're ahead of me. and I thought I was 2 days behind you as far as the sickness goes. And I'm leveling off. I think I'm going to be all right. But I searched out Dr. Steve. I'm like, look, man, how do you stay ahead of this damn thing? And he told me to get zinc lozenges.
Yeah, those are good.
And I'm saying that because my wife hates when I say lozenge.
She should.
She hates that.
You have drool on your lip.
I know, because I just laughed.
Opie just laughed and drooled.
Because it makes me happy when I get people to hate me. It's such a fucking twisted thing. But so I'm at our CVS, up and down the fucking aisles looking for zinc lozenges. And I can't find them.
I couldn't either.
What's the deal with that?
I don't know. Maybe they don't carry them anymore.
They took them off the market, or is that something old people do?
Don't know.
Is it an old people thing?
No.
And then I took the Mucinex DM.
I almost made the mistake. Because I texted Dr. C. I was like, well, what? I was like, is Mucinex D different than DM?
Right.
And thank God I found DM in my house.
Yeah.
Because I had D, and he writes yes! Exclamation point. Mucinex D has a Sudafed and will keep you up all night. So I'm glad I didn't take Mucinex D.
But DM's all right?
I guess so, yeah.
Because I almost took the D.
Me too. Because I'd be like, what? I'm so stupid. I'm like,
the D.
Hey, what is it? It doesn't have an M.
Get it? I almost took the D.
I didn't catch that.
No, I went DM as well. And then in the middle of the night, I'm wondering why my nose is running and, just pouring out of me. So I guess that's what it does. It brings everything up.
I don't know.
Because I definitely feel better.
I have to cough today. Like I coughed up in the shower. I took a shower last night and then I coughed up. You can still, my voice is fucked up.
Yeah.
And I coughed up a lot of the nonsense. And I mean, all day today I'll probably be coughing like that kind of like, and getting you spit out.
The coughs yesterday with Ronnie B were,
dude, I couldn't.
Fantastic.
But nothing was coming out.
All I wanted to do was make you cough yesterday.
It hurt, man.
It's that raw cough.
It's crushed glass in your chest because nothing, when you're coughing, like even it hurts today to cough, but I'm loosening up, phlegm.
Right.
Which, look, when you feel like, I don't know, does anybody else feel like when I cough up stuff and spit, I like to see it when I've spit out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I feel like I'm healing.
Of course.
So I was flipping around the TV last night after the Ultimate Fighter show. I was awake. And I caught like the last half hour of Meaning of Life, Monty Python.
Fuck, what a great movie.
I forgot how fucking funny that movie is, man. I don't think I appreciated that as much when I first saw it as this last half hour I just watched.
Because we were too young when it came out the first time.
Yeah, it was too smart.
It was too smart for us.
It was 83, that movie.
No way.
83, dude. It was fucking 28 years ago.
Right.
The scene where, I love the scene where there's a Mr. Death. When I am Death.
Yes.
And the awful people are there inviting him to sit down and have some sherry.
Yeah.
Shut up, you Americans. Always talking and saying, let me tell you something. Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta do it again. Please. Yeah, right. Tell me what color. Clear?
No.
Oh, man, you want clear.
No, you want white.
I think you want clear when you fucking,
Coughing up lungers, it's brown and green.
Don't you want it clear, meaning you're almost healthy, though?
Oh, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I have to cough this stuff up. I'll be doing this all day today and probably tomorrow. But at least I don't have a show tonight, which is abnormal. Normally I do Thursdays. I'm glad I don't have a show
You're going to be
tonight.
fine for Columbus.
I think so, yeah.
Funny Bone in Columbus this weekend with Jim Norton. Let's say hi to Nick in Pennsylvania. Nick.
Yeah, how you doing this morning, guys?
Hey, buddy.
We're doing all right. We're kind of hanging in there.
Hope you both feel better. Listen, that zinc lozenges are marketed under the name Cold Ease.
It is a part of the Cold Ease family.
Yes, it most certainly is. That's called zinc glycine gluconate or something, and it's the best. My wife and I use it on the road anytime we get sick, and let me tell you, it really lessens the severity of any cold.
But there were differences.
Let's get some Cold Ease, man.
The zinc lozenges were different, though, because Cold Ease is like a
little of everything.
Yeah, and a zinc lozenge kind of tasted like a hockey puck, a small, tiny hockey puck, and it was chalky.
Yes.
It was definitely different. I didn't know that they were made by the same company, though.
All right, we're going to get some Cold Ease.
Chew its Cold Ease gum if you get it, too. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Feel better, guys.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I gotta get down to Philly right after the show today. I'm doing baseball today. Mets Phillies down in Philly. I'm going with the father-in-law, Big Ken. So
well,
I can't fucking wimp out on him.
Well, you gotta go.
Let's say hi to Ryan in Jersey. Ryan.
Hi.
Hey.
What's that?
Zinc lozenges, they pulled them off the shelves because it causes an elevated heart rate.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
No, that's not true at all. I just wanted to talk.
Good job.
I actually did have a question for you, Opie. You say you go out all the time, like you're just fucking around. You go to CVS. Does anyone ever recognize you, or Jim? Like, you guys ever get recognized out there?
I get recognized every single day, but when we were at NEW, it was ridiculous. There's absolutely been a drop off, but still every day.
How is there a drop off now when you're on a national platform and everybody knows you more than that?
Because we really haven't. I haven't done TV in a while, even though I'm going to start doing it again finally. And we used to do a lot of road shows and a lot of appearances. So. I don't know.
Good talk, guys. See ya.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I have a decent amount of it, but in New York...
No, Jimmy gets recognized wherever we go.
But in New York, you know what? It's much less. People will say hello, but in New York, people don't really care as much. You know how it is here. In LA, I always like it more because if someone in LA says, "Hey, man," like it's
right.
like because out there they see like real fucking celebrities all the time. It's like kind of cool that somebody likes you out there.
You're absolutely right. Manhattan, there's celebrities walking around everywhere. So
yeah, they don't care.
A radio guy, it's like, what are they going to run up and try to fucking pull my clothes off? I don't think so.
Well, no, but they just wouldn't say anything to anybody.
Well, plus whatever. Who cares? I wear hats and shit too because I just want to be left alone. Jay Moores.
Hiya, boys.
How's Atlanta, sir?
It was good. I'm in the airport now watching behemoths shovel fucking fast food into their face at 6 in the morning.
How was your corporate?
Oh, this was too bizarre for words, Jimmy. It was at a country club, so all I kept thinking of is Danny. And I didn't realize the Masters are here now.
Right.
So you have to get through Masters traffic. I get in there. I go, so how many people are in the audience? Is it in a ballroom? They go, no, you're in dining room. You're in the Freddie couple's dining room. And I go, oh, cool. How many people you got? They go, 20. And I go, did someone not show up? They go, no, these are the 20 people that hired you. So there was like a podium and a stage and a mic, and I walked in and I shook each person's hand individually.
Wow.
And I said, we're not going to need this stuff, right? Well, let's just talk. And then you got to tell stories. You can't, Jimmy knows, you can't go up there and do your act. You look like a maniac shouting at people.
How'd it go, though? Did they laugh?
It was one of my most favorite shows. It was really special to me, Jimmy. I swear to God, it was like the real people.
Wait,
No, for real. It was really, really great.
But the gig was you in front of 20 people.
Yes.
Wow.
It's odd how those
I
things...
lost my mind.
Dude, those things can be horrendous or they can be the best moments of your career. For some reason, it's so weird. It either works really well or it's a disaster.
How rich are these guys that it's 20 guys hiring you?
It was all the brass at Discover card, like what's in your wallet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like banking people. So they were there on private jets to watch the Masters, so they got some dough.
Oh, right.
But you would think they'd bring a few friends. Each person bring a few friends, make the room nice for you.
This is the best, Hope. I swear to God, it was so cool. I just went up and told stories. It was great.
That's awesome.
And then I'm sitting down. I got like a little breakfast wrap.
Yeah.
I'm watching people just order at Burger King. Like, they're just fucking drunk leaving a frat party. Fucking fat, disgusting pigs. Look at yourself.
It's enraging, right? You want to say something.
Oh, yeah, and they're paying with their fucking credit cards. Like, way to go, America. Here's my Amex business card. Swipe that for my breakfast Whopper. Well, I was a little too loud. Everybody's looking at me. All right, go back to your lunches. Right, brother? You were younger when you were eating?
Hey, you're not a golf guy, right? Because I
hate golf.
I would stay down there for the Masters. I wanted to go badly this year. I couldn't get it together.
Watch people hit a ball with a stick and walk. Jesus Christ.
It's Augusta, though, man. This is the place to play.
Is Tiger down there?
Of course Tiger's down there. Tiger's not going to win this fucking thing, though.
Charlie Sheen is Tiger Woods' caddy. They both have Tiger blood.
9 iron, winning.
You do a good Charlie Sheen, Jimmy.
I do Charlie Sheen good one word at a time. I fall apart after winning, though. Then I sound nothing like him.
No, I think you keep it together.
Hey, he's still...
I heard great dirt on John Sterling.
Yeah?
He had a ball reduction.
No.
Because, I told him he likes to do his Speedos.
Really?
Jimmy, I'll be seeing you down in Tampa Bay. I'll be wearing my Speedo that pitches low.
He had a you sound like Bobby Kelly watching something.
Jay, it's the greatest thing.
You sound like Bobby Kelly watching something.
It's the greatest thing the last 2 days. Trying to make Jimmy laugh to the point where he's hurting. He's grabbing his chest right now. He's nowhere near a mic. He's spitting up stuff on paper. He's just a wreck.
Oh. It's productive. It's coming out. That's good. That means Columbus is going to get a hell of a show.
Yeah.
He sounds like Felix Unger.
Don't make. Well, actually, please make him laugh.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying really hard not to laugh because when I fucking
it hurts.
I laugh. It really. It was worse yesterday. It's like that jagged feeling. Hey, you coming in today, bro? Are you coming in?
No, I'm in Atlanta. I won't be home till 10 o'clock.
Oh, you won't be okay.
Yeah, he's got a.
I know. I'm thinking he could be here in an hour and a half.
So Jay, I'm confused by you. You don't like the college basketball.
Calm down, Jimmy. You're an hysteric. I don't know why my wife and I find those two words so damn funny. And hysteric.
Because there's always an N before historical and historical event. It sounds so weird.
You're an hysteric. It's very Alan Arkin. Calm down. You're an hysteric.
Why don't you like golf? I guess is what was trying to get at.
I don't know. I just don't give a shit. I just don't care about it. I caddied for a long time. Oh, look at you fat fucking people. Put your hands in your pockets when you're naked, fatzos.
Please yell at him. Please just lose your mind and yell at him right now.
I want to go home. When I'm home, I'll start yelling.
Please yell at him.
When I'm in JFK on my way out, I'll be like, you're all fat.
Are you close to your gate right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Fatso! And then I'm between. All right, let's see. I'm between Asian Chow, CHAO, and that's not breakfast food. They're just getting pulled pork right off the fucking. Great Wraps Cafe. Domino's is up and running. Mm-hmm. And look at this guy. I think this guy just won the Truman Capote lookalike contest. And Dunkin' Donuts, where people are. Oh my God! Oh my God! How do you get insured?
Hey,
eschew the golf cart. Walk the 18, you fatso.
When are you at Foxwoods?
For tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah,
tomorrow night. It holds what's that hold? 1,500 seats.
I don't know. The Fox.
The Fox
Theater. Yeah, I think so.
I hope I fill it. I want people to go, Opie. You got to get the message out.
Well, we were hoping you'd come in for one last plug today, but
so was I. That was so much fun being a list bully.
Yeah, I know. They're killing me with the lists.
As Cheers Go By and Ruby Tuesday, you guys should be shot in the face as you blow each other.
Right. Hey, I don't disagree. What a way to go.
You didn't listen to me the other day. Ruby Tuesday made Keith Richards' list, so I'm in good company. So.
And Ronnie B agreed with Cheers Go By as well. And Ruby Tuesday, I don't think he didn't find that bad.
Ronnie B's list was very similar to ours.
You didn't like Fingerprint File so much, huh?
We didn't play it for him, I don't think.
But I don't know why we're acting like Ron B is all of a sudden the masculine test anyway.
No, Ronnie B, you think Ronnie B, you think Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
It works. You know, you want to hear what his list is.
When I think Ronnie B, I think of someone cooking cocaine, thinking that children are midget police officers across the street.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Absolutely.
Did he really say that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It's genius.
They saw I just spit fucking
midget police officers.
What?
I wish I was still on Twitter. Just take a picture of this fucking guy's stomach in front of me. Oh my God. He was so bad.
Jay, you know what we could do? You fucking text me that pic. I'll put it on my Twitter for you. Because I got to see that now.
Oh my God, he's wearing like a canary yellow shirt. He's got the goddamn birdcage under his fucking shirt. Oh, what did he order? Oh, it's to go. It's under wraps. It's in a to-go box. He doesn't want anybody to see his treasure.
Why are there?
Oh my God!
Why are there so many messes in front of you today?
I guess because it's the South and they all just wear their fucking Dale Earnhardt t-shirts and eat.
There you go.
Why is it this full at 6:30 in the morning? Holy Nikes!
Everybody wants to get home.
Ronnie B, what was his? He was Monkey Man and Can't Hear Me Knocking. Right?
Yeah, Monkey Man. I think did he say that?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't know, Monkey Man.
I think he might have thrown. Who threw in Midnight Rambler live? Was that
me?
That was you or Ronnie B? I think Ronnie B had it on his list too. Then.
Oh, but he had it live off Get Your Yayas Out, right?
Yeah.
By the way, Jimmy, I was alone in a hotel room thinking of you, not gay.
It's all right.
No homo. And thinking of you saying that guy, that stupid idiot Victor, drives a truck and he used to fly a plane, and you said it'd be worth it. Sorry. Jimmy said it would be worth it for the plane to crash, knowing that idiot died a half second before me. Oh my God.
Thank you.
I'm in hysterics.
Thank you. That did please me.
Holding it down. Go back to your lunches. Do I bother you people when you're eating?
You got Jimmy going again.
I'm going to quote the in-laws for Jimmy. Opie, say to me, "You CIA, I don't buy it."
You CIA, I don't buy it.
I'm the classic agency type. Compact, strong, low to the ground. Are you interested in joining? The benefits are phenomenal. The key is to not get killed. That's really the key to enjoying your benefit. Are we square with you?
Holy shit.
God, funniest movie of all time. Step Brothers, though, now I think is... let's make a list. 5 funniest movies of all... No.
I haven't seen The In-Laws in a long time. Many, many years.
In-Laws is great.
Did you see Step Brothers?
Will Ferrell, no.
I hate it. I think we talked about this. I hated the Step Brothers first time I saw it, and now every time I see it, it gets just funnier and funnier.
I'm powerless over it. Like, I need to go to meetings for it. Like, I can't stand it. It's so funny.
I didn't want to buy into the stupid concept when I first saw it. I'm like, this is so stupid. But then you just let that go, and it's a great movie, man. It's hilarious.
I just watched Cedar Rapids.
Cedar
in my
Rapids.
hotel room with Ed Helms and John C. Reilly as like insurance salesman. John C. Reilly does the best alcoholic I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, is it good?
So, Sorry, I'm a big fatso in an airport eating.
What are you eating? Are you a muffin?
Jimmy saw Arthur.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
But I think he's got some. I think he's got some relationships he doesn't want to ruin. So we're not getting the proper review of the movie.
But I'm not. I did think Russell Brand was good. I think he's funny. I mean, I would definitely trash Russell if I didn't think he was good because he won't come in and do the show anymore. But I can't say he sucked because he didn't. There was just something about it that was odd. Like Helen Mirren was very good. She's a great actress.
Sure.
But it's like I just keep picturing Gielgud. It's hard to not picture Gielgud.
Right.
It's hard to not picture him.
Was the movie just one of those movies that you can't put your finger on it? It's just off by a half second the whole way through.
Yeah, it felt a little bit off.
I think a lot of those.
I did get some. I did get some actually good laughs out of it, though.
Jesus. I think this movie's going to be just a major fucking bomb.
What's Rotten Tomatoes do? Because I know that I looked at Rotten Tomatoes. It was 7% for the critics.
Really?
But 84% for people who saw it.
What's wrong with people?
I mean, it was a huge difference.
Yeah.
I think you got it backwards, Hope. What's wrong with the critics?
Yeah.
Your job is to criticize things.
You're right, but I mean, 84% like the movie and 7% of the critics only like the
It's
movie.
84% want to see it.
Oh, want to see it.
They haven't seen it yet.
They haven't seen it yet, obviously, because it's not in
Which
theaters.
is that?
Oh.
Okay, so now this thing is going to be
Jay.
a major fucking bust. Major.
Oh, I actually didn't realize that.
I think that's why Russell's really not doing any press for it. He's doing like the basic places, but he's not getting
doing
down
press
and
for
dirty.
Hop.
Yeah. So who's near you now, Jay?
I got this big. He looks like the guy in the Priceline commercials with William Shatner. He was
What?
The big fat guy in the Priceline commercials.
Yeah.
And it flies around in a fur coat.
Yeah.
He was bald. He's in a canary yellow shirt. At 1 o'clock here, we got a young Asian couple who are eating fucking fried chicken. You better be on a Japanese clock, people.
6 fucking.
Well, they're
30
young, though.
fried
They're probably
chicken.
thin, too.
Well, yeah. Of course they're thin. They're Asian.
There's a few lesbians behind me. I'm guessing because of the turtleneck sweater and the sweater vest.
Yeah.
Either that or there's 2 Jim Trestles sitting behind me. Nothing?
What airline are you flying?
I'm flying Delta.
I knew it.
With Delta. Next thing you know, they hand out oars.
They are very big. Did you do Larry Merchant for the people you did the private show for?
Jim, when you're in Augusta, there's an old saying, sometimes the bear gets you, other times you get the bear. Now, Jim, last night, I got the bear. These people, more's down. Down goes more. I got the fight. He wants to walk.
1. I got it, Michael Moore, all the way. It's a blowout. It's like a 12-round fight. He's got a 14-1.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Harold Letterman, always checking in from the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Okay, Jim.
Fucking.
All right, let me board my flight and sell some tickets for the Foxwoods Casino tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be in next week with you, I hope.
Yeah, we're debating if we continue next week. I think we could do a couple days.
Maybe 1 or 2.
We might do Monday, Tuesday next week, and then
works for me.
And then we'll shut it down and take a break ourselves. So, all right, Jay Moore next week. Fuck it, let's do it.
Best U2 song list, best comedies of all time.
All right.
Best comedies of all time. That's a rough one.
Easy.
Would Step Brothers be on that list, or is it still too new?
Right after Ruby Tuesday, I put that.
All right, enough with the Ruby Tuesday.
See what I mean? I'm over here now. I'm really making a scene. I gotta get out of here.
Have a safe flight, bro.
Call us when you land.
I think okay. I think you'll be off the air, but I will, sweetie.
No, isn't it? What do you got? 3 hours?
My flight is boarding soon. I got to get over there, and I land at about 9:30. Yeah, sure.
All right, call just for the hell of it.
You know me.
All right, Jay. Jay Moore is going to be at Foxwoods.
Footage of his goddamn toenails. Jesus.
Jay Moore, Foxwoods tomorrow night. Thanks, Jay.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, buddy.
Have a great time in Columbus. They're going to love you.
I hope so. Thanks,
By
man.
the way, that Jim Tressel reference will come in handy for you.
I don't know who that is.
He's the coach at Ohio State. He's known for wearing sweater vests on the sideline. So you can just say he looks like a lesbian, and they will instantly boo.
Could they like him?
He's one of ours. Boo.
Okay.
But, you can work magic like nobody else.
I'll give him the business.
That's right.
I make gate 13 on flight 15. A-Rod and Thurman Munson. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, my God. This is my last call. Lead a nice run, boys.
Yes, you got Jimmy choking again. All right, Jay. Thanks, brother.
All right, hold on. I'm passing the pillow and luggage store. Like just somebody running through the airport holding their goddamn laundry in their hands. Idiots. All right. Bye, guys.
All right, Jay Moore, everyone. And Pat Duffy's father wants in. Mikey, what's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Now that Jay's gone, Saturday night he's doing a benefit in Flemington. I guess he just doesn't want to talk about it.
Wait, he's doing a benefit where?
In Flemington, New Jersey, Central High School for the Anderson House. It's a rehab place.
Oh.
I don't know if he had anything to do with it, or I think it was his mother. I'm not really sure.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to be there?
Yeah, there's still tickets available, so...
We thought you were calling to apologize for what your testicles has done.
Say again?
I had a joke that bombed. I thought you were calling to apologize about Pat. How's Pat?
Pat's doing well.
He's doing all right. He's working, if you want to, he's working for the Hunterdon County ARC,
Jesus.
American Retarded Association.
That's wonderful. You should be in radio, but this radio business is a bust right now. All right, so Jay Moore, Saturday, where again?
At Central High School in Flemington.
Okay.
It's a benefit for the Anderson House. I think it's $65. And then I think his meet and greets is $125, something like that.
All right, it's a good cause. I think he's trying to get as many people to Foxwoods first, and then he'll worry about that gig. Thanks, Mike.
All right, dudes, have a good day.
Yeah, right on, man. So there you have it.
Wow. I'm looking at this apartment for sale in New York. Mm-hmm. Has a pool inside of it, 26-foot pool.
Really?
Fucking $11 million.
How many rooms?
6 bedrooms. It's just like what people can afford in Manhattan is amazing to me.
You wonder what all those people do.
Yeah, and a lot of that, it's not even their first place.
Well,
the Time Warner building, a lot of those people use it as a second apartment. There's $30 million apartments in that building.
And it's their second apartment.
Oh yeah, their second home.
Well, I mean, most people know by now that you and I live. We're kind of neighbors. You live to the building in the building right next to me. And most of the people in my building, they're gone the whole summer.
Really? Oh yeah.
They only come back to New York for their kids to go to school, and then they go somewhere else.
Oh yeah, it's true. They want them to go to school.
So it's almost like a second apartment for these people. My building clears out, man. It's like a ghost town in the summer.
I think mine does too.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is a little bizarre.
That's fucking money.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing okay in my life right now, and wow, you realize there's so many more levels no matter who you are and what you do.
Do you want to see how cute I was when I was a boy? My Aunt Donna brought me these photos. Was I not a sweet little boy?
Was this before the molestation?
I don't know if there was one. I hope there was. It would explain a lot.
You really don't know if you were molested?
No, I have no memory of being molested at all. None.
Why did she send you those pics?
She came to my show in California. And Kenny, I gave them to Kenny. I forgot that he had
Did you
them.
tweet those?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I forgot about them. But no, I don't remember being molested at all, actually. Get me a bucket, I'm going to throw up.
Meaning of life.
Hilarious, that movie.
What about the scene where the woman's just fucking giving birth and the kid's dropping on the kitchen floor?
I didn't see that part yesterday. I haven't seen it.
You know that part,
I don't
though,
remember.
Right? With the Catholics and the Protestants.
Don't remember.
The Protestant family they have no kids because they use birth control. I forget the joke because it's been so long. And then they go to the Catholic, household, and the mom's in the kitchen, and another baby just drops out, and she says something like, "Could someone get that?" Like just so casually, like we had another one.
I'm gonna buy that movie so I can watch the whole thing this weekend because fuck, I hadn't seen it in so many years.
I was a big Monty Python fan growing up because one of my friends was, but I think I never really. I think most of their stuff was way over my head, and I was trying to be like, too cool for the room guy when I was in high school.
Right.
Like, look, I like Monty Python, but I think a lot of that shit went right the fuck over my head, and I only really started appreciating it later in life.
Dude, I was laughing at some of the stuff, like the part I saw was the liver. Came for your liver.
Yeah.
For liver donor, where they just take the guy's liver out while he's alive.
Yeah.
And there's this bizarre song and dance thing they do, which I would have hated in high school because it wasn't like, where he opens the fucking refrigerator door and Eric Idle gets out and sings a song about how vast space is.
Yeah.
Whenever life gets you
down,
Mrs. Brown.
It's so bizarre.
Hard or tough.
This was in the middle of a liver taking scene. But I'm just like, what a brilliant thing to do. It's not even that funny a song.
Right.
It was just nice and informative. Like, I really enjoyed this.
They were just so weird.
Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour.
He's so nice to listen to.
It's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned a sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day. In an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour of the galaxy we call the Milky Way. Our galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. Bulges in the middle, 16,000 light years thick, but out by us it's just 3,000 light years wide. We're 30,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions of billions in this amazing and expanding universe.
And now there's a graphic that becomes a woman.
Yeah, why did they decide to just put this in the movie?
This, right?
They must have.
It was about showing how unimportant she was,
right,
to give up her liver, and this was a bizarre thing. And now there's a woman shaped like in a grid green woman, pregnant, and she's not. Her pussy opens,
right,
and like stars burst out of it. 1983. It's very conceptual.
What was their deal? Were they hot guys?
I don't know. They were just geniuses.
Because this is like tripping shit.
In all of the directions it can whiz.
We hit the post, by the way.
As fast as it can go, at the speed of light, 12 million miles a minute, and that's the fastest speed there is. So remember when you're feeling very small and insecure, how amazingly unlikely is your birth. And pray that there's intelligent life somewhere up in space, 'cause there's bugger all down here on Earth.
That's how it ends.
Oh, they're not showing the John Cleese part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found that to be very nice.
Yeah.
And a very informative tune.
Yeah, it's a little toe tapper.
Love Eric Idle.
In the middle of a very good comedy.
Especially when he went to fucking bat for saying how he didn't care if comedians were likable. They just had to be funny. I really love Eric
All right,
Idle,
on.
man.
Let's say hi to Seth in Boston. Seth!
Hey, boys.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting word they like their pot. Yeah.
Oh, it's not surprising, right?
Yeah, all right, because that's some trippy shit, man. What do you got, Seth?
Yeah, you guys described the I think it's the beginning of that movie pretty nailed on with that woman's washing dishes in the kitchen, and you see her water break, and a baby just falls out with the umbilical cord attached. She just reaches out and says, "Could somebody get that?" And it's a Catholic house with like 100 kids in it.
Yeah.
And after the skit, the kids start singing that song, "Every sperm is wasted, every sperm is good." And something about if any sperm is wasted, God gets quite irate or something like that. You see him marching down the street, and the Protestant guy starts trashing him.
Yeah.
Because those silly Catholics don't use birth control.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in this prim and proper house, and that was the bit you were describing. That's pretty much what it is with it. The Protestants are bashing the Catholics because they're having sex and having children left, right, and sideways, while the Protestants are being prim and proper and using a condom. But the song on that's "Every Sperm is Wasted, Every Sperm is Good," that's the song they were singing as they marched down the street.
Yeah, thanks for helping me out. Every sperm is sacred, yeah. But because I haven't thought of this movie in 20 years.
Me neither, dude.
But the Protestants, yeah, they're in a nice house. So they have no kids because they're doing the right thing and not just having kids because you have to. And the Catholic family has like, yeah, kids all over the place.
How great was the fucking death scene is still my favorite because he's just so mean to them. Like, he's just the one woman who is like, how could we all have died at the same time? And she makes the face like, I gotcha.
Yeah.
It's fucking, then he points at the salmon moose. No?
Fuck, now I'm going to have to see the movie.
It's phenomenal.
Because I'm a little out right now. Thank you, Seth. You got that
problem,
song? Who's got it? Sam? Oh. Yeah. Every sperm is sacred.
We believe. Well, let me put it like this. There are Jews in the world. There are Buddhists. There are Hindus and Mormons, and then there are those that follow Mohammed. But I've never been one of them. I'm a Roman Catholic and have been since before I was born. And the one thing they say about Catholics is they'll take you as soon as you're warm. You don't have to be a 6-footer. You don't have to have a great brain. You don't have to have any clothes on. You're a Catholic the moment that came. Because every sperm is sacred. Every sperm is great. If a sperm is wasted, God gets quite irate.
Every sperm is sacred. Every sperm.
The guy is poor as shit because he had all these kids.
Fucking nothing but kids in his fucking little teeny house.
It's got to be like 30 kids.
It's awful. It's more than that. It's got to be 50 kids.
Are they going with 50?
Oh, it's horrendous.
On the dusty ground, gods who make them pay for each sperm that can't be found. Every sperm is wanted.
You think half those kids knew what they were singing about?
No.
They're all way too young to understand sperm.
I love when the men dress like women in Monty Python. That makes me laugh every time. They're just the worst women.
Yeah, they absolutely didn't want to be around women, I guess, huh? Lost Jimmy again. Get it out, Jimmy. Get it out. Now it's just becoming a huge musical number on sperm.
Yes. They really were very absurd. What is this a takeoff of? What movie?
Probably like
Oliver Twist or something?
Probably.
Oliver?
Annie, something. That's just a fuck.
Yeah. As a kid growing up, though, it's like I thought they were funny, but like something like this I wouldn't have enjoyed. Because I wouldn't have realized there was a social point to it, whether you agree or not. At least they were saying something.
Yeah, of course. Are we going to keep going with this?
No, I'm done with it.
You done with this.
Yeah, because now I'm thinking of how funny it was when they were in the restaurant and the fat guy's vomiting on people.
Yeah.
And the other people around are too polite. And they want to leave. They have to go.
Right.
And he's like, did you not like the service? And just vomit all over. Right. And the woman's like, no, I'm having a rather heavy period. And her husband's embarrassed. Like, no, we have to catch the train. And she's like, oh, yes, the train. I wouldn't want to bleed all over the seats. Fucking made me laugh, man.
The baby bird reminds me of this scene, man. The famous baby bird we did.
The vomiting is...
Where they're getting the bucket.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
And maintenant, would Monsieur care for an aperitif, or would
He's got puke all over him.
Today we have for appetizers. Excuse me.
No sauce?
Moule marinière, pâté de foie gras, beluga caviar, eggs benedictine, tarte de poireau, that's
Just sounds disgusting.
Frog's legs, amandine, or œuf de caille,
Like a 5-star restaurant.
Puke on his shoulders.
Just puking right into the menu, which makes it splatter everywhere.
A wise choice, monsieur. Now, how would you like it served? All mixed up together in a bucket?
Yeah, with the eggs on top.
But of course, avec des œufs frites.
Yeah, don't skip on the pate.
Oh, monsieur, I assure you, just because it is mixed up with all the other things, we would not dream of giving you less than the full amount. In fact, I will personally make sure you have a
Fuck, now you got me just watching a movie, Jimmy.
I know. But the scene is the vomit, and the vomit is so obscene.
6 bottles of Chateau Latour 45 and a double Jeroboam of champagne.
The vomit is so obscene.
Yeah.
And it projectile like a fucking hose.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
And it looks pretty real, too.
It's dripping off the menu.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
disgusting.
just everywhere.
And
He
there's
hasn't
a
even begun puking yet, really.
The cleaning woman is right on her back.
Just puking on the cleaning lady's back. Everyone else is trying to enjoy their
Oh, there's the woman.
Nice.
They're too polite.
Is there something wrong with the food? No, the food was excellent. Perhaps you're not happy with the service? No complaints.
It's just that we have to go. I'm having rather a heavy period.
I should have blown
And we
it.
have a train to catch.
Oh, yes, of course. We have a train to catch, and I don't want to start bleeding all over the seats.
Madam?
Could have made to ruin the
Perhaps we should be
punchline.
going.
Faggot.
It's all right. It just
It's
keeps
just
going. It's a great scene.
We shouldn't be watching a movie on the radio, but it's fucking...
What are you going to do, though? It
It's
happens.
very, very funny.
And, of course, John Cleese was brilliant as coming in from Reese W. and MD.
I think he said about writing, too. Somebody said, maybe we've said this on the show, but you should write for, he thought it took 45 minutes to get past a lot of the bullshit into where your creativity was. I forget what his writing style was. Now, again, that might be different if he's smoking pot.
But these movies did really well, and like we said earlier, the humor goes over a lot of people's heads, right?
Yeah, but there was enough stuff like this
that
is just universally
of course
gross and hilarious. I mean, you can't not enjoy this.
Of course.
This fucking big fatso.
Of course.
Dude, get me a bucket.
All right, why don't we take our first break?
Jesus, 7 o'clock.
President Obama's close friend. You hear about this guy?
Boy, did I.
Yeah, we'll just leave it right there for a second. When we get back, we'll tell you what President Obama's close friend. I guess he really knows this guy. Got in a bit of trouble. We'll tell you what that is. Also, you're not really a Nirvana fan, are you, Jimmy?
No, but I don't mind them. You know, they're fine. I respect them. Just never were my band.
Kurt Cobain, 17 years ago, a couple days ago.
Right.
Died, killed himself. Some people say murdered.
No, he was, yeah.
Is Ian Halperin one of those guys that says that he was murdered?
Yeah, I think he might have written a book even. I'm not positive, but I
think his book did pretty well.
Ian Halperin, that was one of his first things that he did say that Courtney Love killed him.
Well, Jared Leto posted a video of him singing Penny Royalty and a little bit of Rape Me. And supposedly he's kind of auditioning because they might be doing a little picture about Kurt Cobain. But some people love it, and some people fucking hate it.
Yep.
There's no real in between. Did you see it? Can we show him going into break?
Sure.
Because it actually works going into break, too. Because listen how close he sounds to Kurt Cobain. And he filmed it in such a way where he looks like Kurt Cobain. I think I put this on my Facebook page yesterday if you want to see it. Opie
How is it, by the way? You're on what?
Opie Radio fans on Facebook. I finally joined the Facebook fucking crowd.
Yeah.
But I put this up there. But what were you going to say, Jimmy?
Oh, because as Sam was looking for it.
Yeah.
I was just the Danny McBride film, Your Highness, flashed as an ad or something. I'm just wondering if it was doing well. I just kind of thought out loud.
I saw it. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Oh, it's not open yet. Okay.
It opens tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to do very well. But check this out, and it works on the radio as well. But look how Jared Leto looks a lot like Kurt Cobain in this little video he made. Go ahead.
Wow.
Looks just like him, right?
Yeah, he does.
But a lot of people hate Jared Leto for some reason.
He's trying to be a rock star, too.
My time with everyone. I have very bad posture. Sit and drink penny royalty. I'm a liar and a thief. Sit and drink penny royalty. I'm anemic royalty.
Not bad, right?
No.
I'm on one meal laxatives, cherry flavored antacids. Rape me, my friend. Rape me again.
And that's it.
Wow.
I think he nailed it.
Yeah.
I really do. I think he nailed it. I think Travis liked it too, and Travis is a big Nirvana / Kurt Cobain fan. So there you go. All right, we'll continue. Stay there. It's Opie and Anthony with Jim Norton.
Have you ever needed to get your rocks off but lacked the means to do so?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Manual masturbation is old school. How'd you like to learn to go down on yourself?
We think that with practice and stretching, most guys should be able to at least make some mouth-to-cock contact.
The Anthony Cumia Guide to Oral Self-Pleasure will have you gobbling your knob in no time.
You're on your bed on your back, you flip your legs over your head, and you use the wall now to walk down. You're actually walking down the wall to try to walk the dick into your mouth.
Almost there! Anthony Cumia's step-by-step instructions will teach you how to cradle the balls, work the shaft, and swallow the gravy like a champ.
Is there a money shot? There better be, or this is a total waste of time. We've seen guys swallow them right to the balls.
Begin reel 2. Anthony Cumia's Guide to Self-Oral Pleasure isn't gay because you're doing it to yourself.
If you can't get your mouth over your cock the first time, don't be disappointed.
At least that's what you can tell yourself while you're twisted up like a pretzel and your balls are bouncing off your nose.
Yeah, and then more tips. Stretch before your session.
The last thing you want to do is crack your spine mid-fellatio, lose all bowel control, and crap all over your face.
It's more comfortable, and your stomach contents won't get in the way when you double over.
The Anthony Cumia Guide to Oral Self-Pleasure can be yours for the low price of $9.95.
Self-sucking doesn't come naturally to everyone. So take it slow, work with what you've got, and try to have fun.
Sirius XM, the virus. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony Show.
I don't understand Roland. Does anyone else?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
He just talked to us for 15 minutes. I don't even know what he said.
He said he's got to go get a coffee and then make poo-poo and pee-pee.
He did say
what he said.
poo-poo. He said, did he say that he crapped at 1 in the morning and it smelled so bad it woke up his neighbor downstairs? Is that what I heard?
That's what he
All right, so then I guess I do understand him.
Yeah. I wish I didn't.
He's a strange guy. He's walking around with his Working Class Hero T-shirt today. So, Jimmy met a big celebrity yesterday.
What a nice DMC from fucking Run DMC. Was coming by to do other channels. So I went down because we had a fire drill coming. I'm like, I'm not getting stuck up here for this. So I went to the lobby to meet him. And what a nice fucking... He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, celebrity-wise.
Down to earth, right?
Because I had the camera... And he came in, and Kenny was fumbling with the camera, like he turned it off by mistake, and it wouldn't work. And so I'm there holding his hand, and the fucking camera's not working. So I'm like, Kenny, just do that. And he goes, okay. And he holds it up, and it's wrong. And then the flash doesn't work. And then Daryl actually said, well, let's turn this way and face away. He treated me the way I've treated fans.
Sure.
So I'm happy. That was good karma coming back. Because I've had people panic with a camera before. And I'm always like, relax.
And everyone just relax. We'll get this done.
Yeah, so
well,
that was
what was Kenny's problem, though? Kenny has taken many, many celebrity photos for you.
He'll blame the camera, but it wasn't the camera's fault.
No.
I'll turn the camera on. I'll just show you how you turn it on and you move the flash.
And that's all you have to do.
It was just, I know he was just probably not... It's on, and the flash is on, and it's ready to go.
That's it.
Yeah, but I know he was probably pushing the buttons and moving everything left and right.
So, right at the moment where you're going to take the picture, did he push the button so the lens goes back into the camera?
Fucking enraging.
Isn't that the worst?
And then he goes, okay, I got it. I'm like, the flash didn't go off.
You put a lot of pressure on the people around you, Jimmy.
But I'm like, there's a flash. I'm like, here you go, just hold it down and take the photo.
I haven't... I'm trying to think the last picture I took for you because I had to retire. It was too much. It was too much stress.
Probably Metallica at Metallica?
Was it? No, I don't think I took those pictures for you when you made us wait backstage for an hour and a half.
It was well worth it though. Now I got my Lars picture.
You got your Lars picture, but me and Florentine were fucking giggling like schoolgirls.
Bill Burr was there too.
And Bill, we were all laughing at you because you had everyone in a panic back there, including us.
Florentine was laughing, but you know what? That son of a bitch loves pictures too.
He's one of those guys?
Yes, he certainly does.
I pick and choose. Like I didn't go Sinbad yesterday. I should have went Sinbad, right?
Why not? He's here.
I pick him. That one I didn't feel like I needed.
Oh, I would get everyone. You never know.
I never know why. So what happens?
But you like to have it. Like you have your Kinnison one. I know you liked Kinnison.
I love my Kinnison one. I love my Clinton one. I love my George Carlin. That's about it. Who else? None of them are on my wall or anything.
Oh, my God, dude. I love them. I like my Tyson. I love all of them.
Well, I didn't get Tyson.
My favorite experience with Jim was his LeVar Burton.
What happened with LeVar Burton? Did we tell that story?
That snippy twat.
A while back we did, but that was the one when we were at Comic Con and Jim was asking him at one of the events if he could just snap a picture real quick when he walked in. And LeVar, what did he say? Let me complete my mission.
He had just arrived. we were talking. Shatner was doing that thing from the ship, and I had already interviewed Shatner.
Yeah.
So there's a crowd gathering watching Shatner and LeVar Burton. And who's the other guy?
Data from Star Trek.
Yeah, whatever that Zilch's name is.
Yeah.
And
he was pretty famous for a while.
Oh, he's huge.
Yeah.
And then they show up, and LeVar Burton, I'm like, have a picture? He's like, let me complete this mission. He talked to me in fucking Trekkie talk. This fucking douchebag. So he said no to me, and I was like, fucking, I'm getting this picture. He was in fucking Roots. I don't care about this shit.
Jim after that, Jim wanted a picture, not even so much for himself, but just to spite LeVar Burton.
I was so fucking aggravated that Kunta said no to me.
Could you say it again? What did he say to you?
Let me complete this mission first. And he put his hands out like I would go, okay. Fucking Star Trek blows.
Right.
I don't care about it.
Did he think you were a Trekkie?
Of course he did. I was standing there watching Shatner, and I asked him for a picture.
Oh, God.
And then we were stalking him throughout the whole time because he kept trying to go on stage, like to get William Shatner's attention, and Shatner kept blowing him off, saying, yeah, whatever, next segment, who cares? And so we were stalking him, trying to find him when was going to be the opportunity. And Jim saw him take a couple pictures. So he goes, now. And we go over. And do you remember his face when he saw that it was you?
He fucking hated me. He knew I caught him with his hand in the cookie jar, though. He fucking, because Sam had the camera, this was all positioning.
Yeah.
And he had like a suede jacket, and he had taken a picture or two. I'm like, do you think we could just, and he just turned and he was like, and he just took the picture. Gotcha, shithead.
Because he was taking pictures with girls. And then Jim just kind of snuck next to him. You think we can do one more? And he goes, yeah. And he turns around and looks at Jim like,
yeah.
Son of a...
And then I asked that germaphobe. Boy, the guys from the next generation are real jizzbags. I asked Spiner, and he said no at first, too.
Brent Spiner, who was Data, right?
Yeah.
Well, what was great about the Brent Spiner picture, though, was he had just gone on stage to speak, and he said he doesn't like to shake people's hands.
Oh, that's right.
And Jim goes, watch, I'm going to get him to shake my hand. And he goes up to him, and just to get him to, take the picture, he goes, hey, you were great on stage. Just so you know, I don't shake hands with people either. And Brent goes, oh, okay. And Jim goes, can we get a picture? And he goes, yeah. And they take the picture. And then Jim goes, thanks a lot. And extends the hand for a handshake.
It was such a fucking reflex. And his hand went up to it. I was like, okay, thanks. And we just shook hands. And I was so pleased with myself.
After he just said he never shakes hands.
Good. Take that. Fucking, you played a robot. You're not really one. You fucking idiot.
Fuck that rules, man.
Really annoyed me. The two of them. What a fucking attitude.
But you got him.
Attitude
of course
on
I got him.
Guys.
You got him.
Of course I got him. I always
because
get
at those things are rock stars, right?
They really are.
Yeah, but Shatner and Hasselhoff were easier to get to than Brent Spiner and Kunta Kinte.
Yeah, Kunta Kinte fucking said no, but on the other movie sets, he certainly would have been compliant. I should have got him on Roots. Hey, picture. Yes.
Was he smiling? LeVar?
No! Why would he be? He hated me.
Oh, he was really?
He
didn't even
pissed,
fake it?
No,
and then it was hard to get the picture signed. I had to get E-Rock to get it signed for me. I paid to have it signed.
Is it important to get the picture signed?
Why not?
It's just the next level?
Sure, it's just, I have it.
In your serial killer mind of yours?
It's just fun to do, I mean.
This is supposed to be hookers, you know that, right?
I
It's
know.
the same mentality.
These are trophies.
You're collecting trophies. We all know that. We've been saying that for years.
I'm trying to find where I'll have to look for it while we're talking, where my goddamn, I'll show it to you if I can find it.
LeVar Burton picture?
Yeah, he was not happy.
Yeah, he just has this look like, all right, take it. Take the picture.
He knew I caught him, too.
LeVar Burton.
Yeah, because he wasn't going to say no. He had just taken pictures.
He just took one, and he knew that somebody had been watching him
the whole time.
and caught him taking a cookie. He didn't like that.
And you don't even like Star Trek.
Stinks.
You caught him taking a
fucking Star Trek stinks. Like, he knew that here's what happened. He had said to me, I said, look, can I have a cookie? And he said, no, we have to have our dinner first.
Yeah.
And then he knew he reached into the jar, and I happened to tap his shoulder as his hand was on an Oreo.
Did he go, oh, you who?
And then you said, now may I have a cookie?
Yeah, may I have one now? And he had to just go yes and give me half of his. I'm not a big Star Trek fan.
All right, well.
It's ridiculous.
Try to find that.
Bunch of spacemen.
Obama's friend. Wow. This is just hitting, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think it made the papers yet. President Obama's close friend and golf buddy arrested for soliciting a prostitute.
Yes.
In a Hawaii sting operation.
Good man.
One of President Obama's close friends has been arrested in a prostitution sting operation. Robert Bobby Titcomb?
Yeah. That's what he was pretty much doing. Combing for tits.
Titcomb. That's his last name. There's no other way to pronounce that. Titcomb. That's Titcomb.
That's right.
49, a longtime friend of the president, was arrested after he allegedly approached an undercover police officer posing as a prostitute in the downtown area of Honolulu.
You know what? By the way, what a fucking waste of taxpayer dollars to have a bunch of cops, one posing as a prostitute, a bunch doing this, the paperwork, the man hour, to stop a hooker from fucking sucking a guy's dick in the car. I hate these undercover stings.
What are they trying to accomplish, you think?
It's just moral policing fucking bullshit.
I would
drives me nuts.
I would understand if it's near a school or something.
Only if it's kids, man.
You know what I mean?
Stop underage shit, fine. But
if it's in a shitty area to begin with, what are you really fucking doing?
Leave old Robert fucking, what's his name? Oh,
Titcomb.
Oh.
Titcomb was one of the 4 arrested during the
sting. Not to be confused with Robert Clitbrush.
Right. Titcomb, 49, was arrested on suspicion of, yeah, all right, we did all that already. So, according to Y News Now, Mr. Obama and Titcomb have been close friends since high school, and the pair often get together to golf and dine when the president visits the state of Hawaii. So, the president last met Titcomb during the first family's Christmas and New Year's holidays. So, they were hanging out very recently, Jim.
Yes, they were. And he was with one of Obama's friends that was with him when he scattered his grandmother's ashes in 2008. Like, they're real friends from many, many years.
Real close.
Yeah, look, the guy wants to get a blowjob. Who cares?
Now, if you're Obama, do you have to, blow off this friendship for the rest of your political career?
You just have to probably keep a lid on it. Like, you got to be careful with it. Guy got busted. But, they'll be friends forever.
You think?
Yeah, if it was a kid, you have to leave him forever. But a prostitute, come on.
So that's a biggie today.
Yeah.
You haven't found the picture yet?
No, I'm just kind of perusing as we speak, because he really is not happy in the photo at all, and neither is the other guy, Brent Spiner. Wasn't pleased with me either.
Imagine if he had known you were about to shake his hand.
He had no idea. But imagine if he knows what I've done in my life.
You guys have a good time with these things, huh? I got to go to one.
We're going again in August.
Can I go?
July.
Of course. July? Mm-hmm. I thought it was August.
Comic Con?
Where is it?
San Diego.
Oh, you guys are going all the way out there again?
There's a chiller theater in April.
Yeah, I want to go to one of the local ones.
Where's that?
That's Jersey.
In Parsippany.
April what?
I'll look it up. Gary Busey's going to be there.
What wild thing will he do?
Love Gary Busey.
I do too. Just tell me it's not the 30th when I'm at Foxwoods, which is sold out, so I'm not pouring it, but...
That's fucking great. Hey, Dave Attell's coming in at 8, and also Matt Harlock and Paul Thomas, the producers of the movie American, the Bill Hicks Story. So that's very cool.
Oh, Dave is coming. By the way, the pre-sale for our Vegas July 3rd is on sale now. I forgot to say yesterday, this is the pre-sale only for July 3rd in Vegas. Network is the fucking password. I forgot to give that out yesterday. So all these people went to Ticketmaster, and I had no password for them. So I'm a dope, and I apologize.
Well, you were under the weather.
I was very sick. We're doing July 3rd, and we don't want to compete with UFC.
I think Ronnie B might have saved the show yesterday.
He was great.
The first 10 minutes yesterday, you were very slow.
Yeah, I was. Dude,
you were very fuzzy.
I was very, very fuzzy, but I never mind. I mean, people just pretty much, whatever shape I'm in is what they get.
You don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. But it's not that I don't care about their show or I don't care about them having a good time. It's just like this is what the kind of person I am on the radio. So do you understand what I mean? It's like it doesn't mean I don't want to have a good show.
You're wide awake today, Jimmy.
I'm close. I'm not wide awake. No, I'm better.
No, you're wide awake.
Compared to yesterday.
Yeah. You sound like you're speeding a little bit.
No, I'm not. Oof, why do I have to answer that literally? You know I'm not. Dope.
I didn't mean like...
No, I know. I don't know why I said that.
I meant maybe, I don't know, maybe a cold medicine or something got you going, but...
No, I think I just got enough. I got enough sleep. I feel a little queasy, but not terrible. Mm-hmm. I'll be fine. I got to fly to fucking Columbus this afternoon.
Did you see the Cobra video?
I did not, no.
And fucking Ashton Kutcher retweeted me last night. That fuck. I thought we didn't get along. A plus K, right?
No. That's not him.
A plus K?
That's him.
He fucking retweeted me overnight.
What did you, well, he doesn't do his tweets. I'm just kidding. Guy who's negative about everything. He probably didn't mean to.
Did you see this fucking Cobra video? It's on my Twitter, Opie Radio, and we should put it on our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony. But really quickly, show Jim. This fucking guy is cleaning a cobra cage or a snake cage. You don't have it?
Go down. Where is that shit?
What does it say? And you thought you had a crappy job? Yeah, just show Jimmy this really quickly. It's more of a visual, so search it out on my Twitter, Opie Radio, or the Facebook page. This thing is going everywhere today. The guy is in a cage with a bunch of snakes, and he's just tossing cobras to the side.
Why is he throwing them?
He's just throwing them to the right of him because he's got to clean that area. And then the cobras that he is throwing to the side, they're all in that cobra position ready to strike behind his head.
Do you know how annoyed they are that he's throwing them?
Does that freak you out?
Yes.
And why aren't they biting them? And then he sweeps a couple to the side.
And I like the fact that he has, this is Asia.
Yeah. And he's got sandals on.
Yeah.
He's got like flip-flops on.
It's cobra duty and eggs.
Yeah, you would think he would at least cover his feet. And look, at nonchalant, like this is no big deal. He does this every day.
Him too?
There's snakes everywhere. There's one cobra in the strike position, literally 2 feet from him, and then he starts. That snake just hissed at him, and look, he just throws him to the side so he can continue cleaning the fucking snake cage.
I guess he has to throw them.
Why is it important to get in that area and get, to sweep up the snake duty?
I don't know. The snakes are crawling all over it. Then they get them on your shirt when they crawl on you.
Right.
God almighty.
And finally, the last snake in that area. And now look at all of them behind him, all in strike position. They are fucking pissed.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
How bad do you have to fuck up at the zoo to be on snake shit cleaning duty? Wow.
And now they zoom into the cobras, and they're not happy that they were moved.
But yet none of them are going after him.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because they probably all know he's cleaning up their shit.
Why wouldn't one of them bite him?
Yeah, they must know him. You think? No, they don't know. Reptiles don't recognize you. They're terrible.
Does anyone know why the snakes didn't strike this fucking guy? But this video, you'll see it today somewhere.
That's a great one, man.
This one is going everywhere. So
they are. Why do they have so many cobras in that one little area?
I don't know. It looks like a shitty home. It looks like a gutter, right?
I used to do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll pick them up and just throw them around,
Lying.
Who are you?
What's me?
I've never acknowledged you before.
Oh, it's Chip. You know who it is.
Who are you?
Yeah, I used to throw cobras around. Fucking I threw Cobra one time, and Sylvester Stallone goes, "What are you throwing me for? I'm Cobra." I'm just kidding, Yeah, does anybody know why they didn't bite him? That is actually a good question.
Let's say hi to Nick in Jersey. Nick.
Yo.
Welcome aboard, Nicky.
I think Nick's going to ruin this video for everybody because a lot of people are going to see this one today. Go ahead, Nick.
They are breeding cobras. They have no fangs.
Oh,
At the
okay.
end of the video, there's eggs.
Oh, he's actually have. Oh, so good.
What do you mean they don't have fangs? They take out their fangs when they're breeding? Like, explain further.
Well, no, they take out the fangs for breeding purposes, and then, I don't know, so they don't bite anyone, so they can do what they're doing. Because there's eggs towards the bottom, and that's what he's ultimately collecting.
Oh, he's trying to grab their eggs so they hatch properly? So that video's no big deal? Any of us could do that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's all right. But wait a minute. But in that thing, though, he's sweeping up all that nonsense with the eggs, but he's not going to break the eggs, right?
No, they're bringing them somewhere else.
Put them in an incubator or whatever.
Look at those. But how mean is that? Those fucking poor snakes are in that horrible environment. That just sucks.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't know any better if you're a snake.
Yeah, you got to know that this stinks. You're just laying on a bunch of other snakes.
You ever go to a zoo?
I have. I don't like zoos.
That's depressing, right?
Fucking horrible.
See these animals in their cages?
No, I think they have too much room. I hate it.
You want them to knock
Smaller,
down their space?
Yes. I want all the animals in the zoo displayed like veal. I want to have a fucking giant zoo. It's like the size like a half acre with everything on it.
Yeah, just so you don't have to walk around as much.
You can just stand there and look like in a little area with the elephant all chained up.
And that's why zoos are like that. Because of us stupid humans, we don't want to walk too far, so that's why they crowd the fucking animals.
I heard the
we
Bronx
just
Zoo was
suck.
good.
Bronx Zoo's not bad. There was a zoo in Toronto that made you walk, but it was worth it. They made you fucking walk. They're like, fuck you. If you want to see our zoo, you're going to walk.
Found my LeVar Burton picture, but it's not as bad as I remember it.
Let me see.
He won't really touch me.
Thanks, Nick, by the way.
He won't really touch me.
You could tell he's fucking pissed.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's got that fake, like, I have to smile because it's a picture, but he's got angry eyes and he won't come terribly close to you.
Yeah, he just refused to touch me.
And you should have got pissed off and said, can't you do the picture with the fucking eye thing you wear?
Yeah, I was...
And Jim's smile is prideful because...
Yeah, he knows he got something accomplished.
You talk about a trophy.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm all fucking awful looking, fat with my gray hair. Oh,
don't be so hard on yourself.
Attaboy, Sam.
Let's say hi to this guy. This guy. Oh, I had a dream about you last night.
Did you?
Speaking of you being fat and shit.
Oh,
that you were eating a lot of...
Did you fuck me till I was thin?
I just remembered this. We were hanging out, and all you were doing was eating dessert. That's all you were doing. You just kept ordering dessert.
You know what that means.
And it was bothering the fuck out of me.
See? I know it.
What is that, you think?
You're secretly jealous about my sweetness. Because I'm such a sweet boy that you look at me and you just think key lime pie crust.
I forgot where we were. But I'm like, why is he... That's all he's ordering is dessert. Does he eat anything else? My dream's boring compared to yours, but I just
weird.
remember that. So we were hanging out last night in my dream.
And then you say, what does that mean? What probably means is like you just kind of want to go out and have some dessert.
Yeah. Speaking of last night too, I don't want to steal Ronnie B's bit, but I'm kind of a hero today.
You're a hero every day.
Yeah, I'm a hero though, and I don't want the song. I'm not doing the Ronnie B bit. I really don't, and don't do it as a goof.
What about a different hero song?
No.
How about the fucking jazzy one? A hero, hanging on like a hero till the end of the night.
I'm really a twat in my personal life and on the radio. First of all, I was saying the word lozenge and belch over and over last night because it drives my wife nuts.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
But then my son, who's almost 11 months now, was fucking laughing his ass off because I think he already knows that I bother people and he really likes that. I'm telling you, I think he's picking up on that.
He probably is. The kids pick up my vibes.
And then I decided, because I'm from Long Island originally. I like to say I'm a Long Islander, but the fact is I've been in the city about 9 years now, and I was talking about the serial killer right before we went to bed, which I guess is a bad thing to do. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she was really freaked out and scared. And she goes, thanks a lot. Now I'm scared, right? And right at that moment, there was a huge crash in my apartment and all the lights are off and we're in bed. She jumps the fuck up. She goes, what the hell was that? And even I'm thinking, wow, I don't know. She grabs my son in I'm going to protect our son mode and makes me wander the apartment to see what the fucking noise was. I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little fucking nervous about it. Turns out it was a curtain rod fell down in one of the bathrooms.
You should have acted like you were struggling. Call the police. There's a Negro. That's right. Hey, if you don't go get that curtain rod, who will?
Yeah. But wrestle that curtain rod to the ground.
Not a great ending to the story.
That's a great ending.
But, I had to be a man last night and check out the apartment.
What room was that curtain rod in?
It was in the bathroom.
Fucking A, the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Did you pick it up?
I sure did pick it up.
Someone had to.
I sure did.
Holy shit.
And then
Crazy show today.
And then I went back into the bedroom and I had my chest out. I said, yeah, it's just a curtain rod that fell down. I felt like a man last night, Jimmy. Why do we have to go search out the noises, though? I guess the reason why I'm bringing this to our show today. Why the fuck do we have to do that?
I don't disagree.
We're the heroes.
Huh?
We're the heroes.
I'm fucking just as scared of that stupid noise as anyone else. What else did I had to get up?
I wouldn't have gotten up.
Huh?
I wouldn't have gotten up.
You would have just...
No!
What would you have done? Just laid in bed in fear?
I would have said, what is that small thing you're holding? 'Cause I have no kids. I would have yelled at, who is this person you're holding?
How'd that baby get in
here? There's a baby in here. The both of you leave immediately and take that murderer with you on the way out.
It was weird timing, man. Maybe my dad was visiting as a ghost.
Oh.
No, he probably would have. He would have probably tickled the baby. He would have knocked a curtain rod over.
Stop making a mess.
Yeah,
Dan.
exactly.
My dad believed in the afterlife. He really dug all that shit. And when I knew he was on his last leg, I had to talk with him. I said, look, man, when your time comes, do not fucking visit me as a ghost. I'm not even joking. I had this conversation with him. You could give me signs. You could get it like something in the sky, but do not fucking visit me as a ghost and think it's going to be cool. Oh. And so far he hasn't, unless he pulled down the curtain rod last night, the shower curtain rod.
I don't think he would do that.
Just a mess for a mess's sake.
There's no reason for him just to knock a curtain rod over in the bathroom.
Except to freak you out, and that's like, was he a prankster?
My dad, was he a prankster? Not really, no.
Yeah, so.
But, yeah, I had to get up last night. The timing was weird, because we were talking about the serial killer. I mean, that's up to eight victims on Long Island.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Ooh.
Right off Ocean Parkway, which is a very popular road for all the beach people.
And they
all know it.
They'll use it to go after Craigslist for prostitution, because that's where he met them. But the reality is they're eventually going to catch him because of it. Some computer mistake, something he did.
But what I don't understand is they're looking for this one broad that they assume is dead, and they haven't found her yet, so she would be the 9th victim. And she was the one, I think, that was running away from someone's house because she was freaked out. So whose house was that, and who's the guy?
They'll eventually get him because of this.
That's what I don't understand, unless I missed it in all the stories that are coming out.
Well, how'd they know she was running away from a house?
It's documented. A neighbor or somebody else saw this woman freaking out. I think she was even, doing the famous "help me." There's a whack job.
Oh, wow.
Chasing me from one of these houses. So I would assume it's got to be one of those houses in that area where the serial killer is hanging out.
Fuck, man. Where on Long Island is that? Like, how far from the city? And
it's in between Jones Beach and Robert Moses on Ocean Parkway.
Towards the city or away?
45 miles east of New York
it's
City.
out there. It's out there.
And they're all Long Island girls?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it's like, are they all hooky on Craigslist in Long Island?
I don't know. I think they've come from some different places, unless they were living in the New York area.
Because you wonder if he's bringing them there or if he's getting them and killing them on Long Island.
Right. But if they know this one prostitute was running away from someone that was really fucking creepy and scary, then why don't they have a suspect?
They
maybe
will. That's how they'll get
do.
him. They will. Look, they caught that fucking Philip Markham, who killed himself, which was great.
Who's that? I don't know.
He was the Craigslist killer in Boston.
Oh, right.
He had killed.
Right. Yes.
And God, what a weird thing for his fiance. They're supposed to be married, and he gets pulled over, and all of a sudden,
there was a body in the trunk, right?
No. He had a gun, but they traced him through his phone, through certain Craigslist.
Okay.
Emails to the girl. He was supposed to rob her, and she screamed, and he killed. I think he wasn't a serial killer. He panicked. That was a robbery gun.
Right.
But that's how they got him, was fucking through tracing the emails.
Jesus.
So Craigslist will eventually get this guy caught if he keeps it up. That sounded like I was giving fatherly advice, didn't it? If he keeps it up,
that's cool.
Mind his P's and Q's.
Walter in Connecticut. What's up, Walter?
Hey, to go on YouTube and check out Baby versus King Cobra. The Cobra is defanged, but it's some third world entertainment bullshit. And they're just grooming this kid to think he can grab whatever he wants. And
yay.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could take the fangs out of the cobras. Now, I mean, because there's a lot of these cool Cobra videos online. Look at this little fucking baby. I would guess the baby's about 6-7 months old. Cobra right in front of him, and he's just touching the Cobra. Cobra's like, what the fuck? So that's why they get away with all these videos. These Cobras have no fangs.
But is the Cobra going to bite him anyway? Like, even with nothing on there?
Well, what, is he going to gum him to death?
Oh, he just did. He bit his head.
He bit his head and nothing, right?
He's got no teeth. You know what a dick the Cobra must feel like? The kid's still crawling. Cobra's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, can you imagine being a Cobra without fangs? That's
He did
gotta
it again.
suck.
He bit the kid's head twice.
Yeah, but it won't even leave a mark.
Can't even take out a baby.
Walter, it's a good video.
Oh, look at that.
But I'm kind of bummed now that I know that they take the fangs out.
yeah, no, I
Did him
was
a third
bummed out
time?
too. One more thing, real quick.
Yeah.
Bill Burr. He's got a bit about the guy that the guy always has to go check for the noise. Like he's bulletproof or something like that. And women's lib. You got to look at his HBO special. It's a good bit. It was really, really funny.
I remember that one. Hopefully we have it. We can play it into break. Yeah, because I don't. Well, who am I? You go check for the fucking noise.
That Cobra bit that kid like 8 times, and then the kid just kind of grabbed him by like the neck, and the Cobra wrapped around the kid and started biting his head.
Now I
Cobras really will fucking bite you.
Now I got to fucking tweet that. God. Twitter
Dude,
all fucking day long now.
There's a sexy photo. It's a woman holding a giant. Someone emailed it to me a long time ago. Some chick. There's a giant snake she's holding. Her and her boyfriend. There's somebody in the park has a snake, and so she squats down to hold the snake, and her legs are open, and her pussy is showing, and her boyfriend took the picture, and her pussy is massive. She's the biggest pussy lips I've ever seen. And I don't know if it's a porn chick. It's obviously a setup.
Right.
But the way it looks in the park, it really looks like she's squatting with her legs open. Does anybody know that photo? One of the listeners sent it to me.
Now I got to see it.
Dude, it's really sexy. But again, her big pussy lips might kill you. But for me, they make me very happy.
Right. All right.
Who is that bitch?
Let me go to Jason there. Jason.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Jason. Go ahead.
It's a known fact that when people hear a strange noise, it's always a white person that goes checks it out. And the black person is sitting there cowering in a room as that noise comes to him. Always happens.
Well, because a white person knows that the thing making the noise is probably a black person breaking in.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, the other thing is, why is there no Angie's List killer?
No what?
No Angie's List killer.
What's that?
You guys know what I'm talking about.
I really don't.
No,
I get 2 car crashes. Come on, I get 2.
I don't know what Angie's List means.
Me neither.
Oh my God! Help us out,
Is it a
Jason.
Craigslist wordplay joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, Craigslist is, a place where you can buy things and prostitutes, and Angie's List is, like I said, I don't know what Angie's List is.
You just came up with Angie's List and it's based on nothing?
Right, it came out of the blue.
Holy shit, Jason.
I know, I got it. It's a good
Oh, you
one.
got it?
Craig and Angie are a couple
Fucking
of
hate
something like
ship.
Brenda and Eddie.
I'll play Bob Kelly today.
They dance.
Thank you, Jason.
See you, man.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Help us out.
There it is.
Well, you got it?
Sam found it. But he can't. Here, just put it on the fucking, just drag and drop it on the fucking desktop and then open it.
All right, you don't have to yell at him, man.
Why? He's a fucking creep. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Danny's out today and Sam's in that
But it's
seat.
a tiny
and-
little thumbnail. If I
Aw, we do thumbnail.
Just fucking.
right, what's gonna happen?
What are you doing?
I'm just showing him the.
See, it's too small.
Well, can't you make it larger?
See?
Wow. Wow, that's a cool
Let me
little
see
picture,
how great
huh?
is that big fucking pussy of hers.
Well, now it's very
Pixelated.
It's very pixelated.
Oh, what a great big pussy. I love her feet.
We're going to get some info on the Long Island situation from Ron.
I
Ron,
want
what's
info
up?
on this chick. Who is she?
Ron?
Rob, how you doing?
Hey, Rob, what's up?
No, they do have a suspect out there in Oak Beach, but they're just not letting it out just yet.
So
Yeah, you gotta
are they following this guy?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, you would think that it would be open and shut with the computer records, but this is the Suffolk County Police we're dealing with here. So
I don't get that they're just following the guy. Can't they bring him in for something, some dumb thing?
as far as I know, that he lives right out there, so you'd think they'd pick him up sooner or later, but there's got to be something else to it.
Yeah, we're up to 8 victims, and now they're going to move on to Nassau County, I hear.
Opie, you know that area, right?
Yeah.
What, I mean, don't you think that just over the Robert Moses Bridge there, over by Captree, that whole area, don't you think there are bodies in there too then?
You would think if he's, dumping bodies off Ocean Parkway, yeah, you could go all the way to Captree easily.
So, I mean, they got a big area to search.
But they're up to 8, and there's still 1 missing, so most people say 9 at this point. That's a lot for a serial killer, isn't it, Jimmy?
Some, yeah, some no. I mean, again, there's guys that killed 50.
Wow.
And we're more.
Wow.
Not many more, but, I mean, there's guys that did a fucking large number of...
Yeah.
Oh,
you think there's more, Rob?
Yeah, I think there is.
Okay.
Because I'm over there a lot, and there's too much area where you could just stop and nobody sees you, and you could just dump bodies left and right.
You really can, Jimmy.
It's fucking amazing.
All right. And we're also learning Angie's List is a place for home improvement, cleaning ladies, babysitter reviews.
Oh, that's pretty funny. All right. That's a funny line. I just didn't get it.
I never heard of Angie's
I didn't
List.
either. Hey, does anybody have
Thank
any
you, Rob.
info on this chick? 'Cause Sam found the picture. Does anybody know? Is she a porn girl or who is she?
You want to get to know her a little bit?
I want to see. I'm sure she does movies or something. I want to see more pictures of her.
Oh, Angie's awful. Look at her. There's Angie from Angie's List.
Angie's List should be ugly, homely, and then you're allowed to add words to the list. Frumpy, unfuckable.
Wow. All right. All right. We got rattlesnake people calling in. The picture with the snake is on. Oh, okay. This guy will help you out. Mike in Maine. What's up, Mike? Get ready, Sam, because
Hey, what are you up
you're going to have to type fast. You got something for Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy, you fucktard. I figured out where you found that picture.
Where?
You found it on camotoe.com.
Oh, no, it was somebody emailed it to me, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I think you can find it there. That's how I found it.
Okay, so is she a chick with just a big pussy who does pictorials? I want someone to tell me.
That's a huge gash. Think about it.
I am. Obsessively.
I'll punch it out.
All right, man.
All right.
But yeah, she has a giant lips, man. It's really hot. She's probably some fucking Romanian or something that was taken in the late 80s, but I mean, I want to know who she is.
I mean, giant lips are fine. It's when the clit gets a little too big. You and those big clits.
There is a
scare me
line,
little
though.
bit.
Dude, there is a line with the clits. I've seen clits that were too big, where that looks like a cock, and it's like, ugh.
Is the clit supposed to be a penis?
It is, yes. Penises are come from, they're the same thing.
Right.
I mean, the lips are balls. We're all,
So what happens on a woman where the clit gets so big it looks like a tiny peenie?
Well, if the
and then it
brains
stops fucking growing, though.
Yes.
And stays as a tiny peenie.
It will stop. Once it stops growing, the brains and humor fall out of the creature.
Stupid broads.
That's right. Get me a pie, broad. Fetch me a pie, broad. Just kidding, ladies.
Well, what did my wife think, though? Like, if there was someone in my fucking house, what was I going to do in that situation?
Well, she had to protect the baby. That's
and then I have to go?
Yes.
Why do I have to go?
Because you're the stronger one. You're the gatherer and hunter.
I like knowing that she thought I could take care of the situation. That was
Well, there's
kinda
only
cool.
two. Was she going to send Hudson? She had to. It was either you or him.
Maybe he could have distracted.
Yeah. It wasn't like Rosie Greer was there and she chose you. She was like, fucking, it's either you or the kid.
All right, man. Now you're fucking making me feel useless again.
You should just keep a golf club in there.
A golf club?
I always feel safe in our type of buildings because you have doormen and security and stuff. So it's like if someone did get by, it's possible, but
I got things. But it wasn't good for the story. I got things. I got things.
That's in the,
Huh? I got things. I got things. Jesus, Jimmy. I'm not giving away my things. I got things.
I don't know, like I said. You,
yeah. I got things. I just don't talk. All right, what do we got here?
What do we got here? A fucking comedian. Oh.
Charlie of Long Island. Charlie's got more on the serial killer guy.
Probably try him.
Charlie.
Yes.
Yes, it's me. That's me, Jimmy. You found me.
What's up, Charlie?
The guy from Oak Beach community. He's already talked to the police. He admitted that he called that hooker, and then he's already talked to him. But he's already been. He's not a suspect at the moment. The other guy says that that he's a suspect, and he's already been cleared as a suspect at the time.
Are they watching him?
They still might be, but at this point, he's already cooperated with the police from the very beginning.
It's really fucking creepy, man.
Yeah, it is.
That area is like it's just a nice little beach community.
I know. I love the area.
And now there's dead bodies all over the fucking place.
Hey, you never know what I'm going to find this summer when I go out there.
Don't walk around the dunes. What if you saw a dead face staring at you?
I've seen some dead faces before, but still creepy no matter what.
You've seen dead people?
Yeah.
Where?
NYPD.
Oh, you're NYPD?
I retired, yeah.
You guys are twisted.
Yeah, I know.
I know what you guys do. I'm not saying you do, but I know what you guys do.
I know.
People like
to. People that do too.
People like to like to pose in front of bodies and stuff. I know.
Yes, I know. I've seen that.
And then you guys like to share the pictures and think it's a blast, and I get really creeped out when some of these make it my way.
Yes, I found that out early in my career.
I may have seen a wow sticker in a crime scene photo.
You may have.
Cool.
I may have. I'm not saying I have. I may have though. And it's knowing the listeners know, by the way.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Thank you, Charlie.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Yeah. I need a what? Daryl in Florida. Daryl.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
You need a C2 taser. It's made by the same company that makes the tasers that law enforcement use every day. But the difference is the law enforcement version, when you get hit with it, it's a 5-second ride, so you're getting electrocuted for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, the civilian version is 30 seconds. It's designed to give you enough time to get away or, in a home intruder. You can subdue them, and then the great thing about it is you still got them attached, so you can just keep giving them another 30-second ride. So you can literally fly them until the batteries run out.
Jimmy says I need a golf club.
Yep.
That's way better than this C2 taser.
Well, you can tee off on their forehead while they're getting fried like a fish.
I got things. I got things.
All right, punch it out.
I get things. All right. Hey, E-Rock, you find that bit?
No, Bill's HBO stuff's not in the system.
No?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is a good bit with the intruders and then how the guys always got to go. I don't want to go.
What time are the Bill Hicks guys here? Sorry.
8:30.
Okay. Dave will be in when they're here. Attell, right?
Dave will be here in a few minutes,
Okay.
hopefully.
Oh, yeah, because I think he
might
knew
even be here by the time we get back.
Okay, good.
Ronnie B saw the movie, too. We both liked it.
I didn't see it, man. Do I have a copy of it?
I'm kind of bummed you don't know Bill Hicks.
No, at this point, I don't want to watch him. But it's not, again, I've heard he's great.
My pal Jay, who gets confused with Jay Moore. See, a lot of people think that me and Jay Moore did the Javalog thing from the famous Javalog story. That's not true. I have another really good friend, Jay, who actually moved to L.A. a while ago. Married with 2 kids, by the way. So, And he was the one who turned me on to Bill Hicks.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't know him until about maybe 10 years ago. No idea. He's great. But you don't want to listen, huh?
Not at all.
You don't want to be influenced.
Don't. No, not just for that reason. I don't. Because if I haven't heard him by this point.
No, I don't. I know you don't want to be influenced, but it surprises me that you don't want to hear some of the greats because you're scared you're going to be influenced.
Yeah, like because
you're not one of those guys that are taking off people. I know that.
No. But you never again. Pryor and Carlin were my entire life. Woody Allen, since I was like 11 or 10, I would listen to Woody. So those are ones that are just a part of my fucking upbringing.
Right.
But anybody new, I don't watch comedians at all.
Right.
I just don't. Like Colin, I'll watch once in a while. Attell, of course, and on the tour, I watched a little bit of everybody and fucking.
Well, Bill Hicks was so different.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really give a shit if he was killing. He knew he was funny, but he also wanted to say some things.
I've seen moments of him. I've seen clips of him with there's a very famous clip of him with a heckler.
Right.
I've seen a little bit here and there, but never. I just won't watch.
Right. All right. We'll talk to those guys though at 8:30. Does Dave Attell know Bill Hicks?
I'm sure he likes him. I don't know if he ever knew him or not. I'm interested to know that.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just reading the phones. All right, we'll continue. Dave Attell next. Stay there.
Latest batch of FUs.
I want to give an FU to anybody who has a picture of the child as their profile picture or has their children as their occupation. Your kid is not special and you are a self-important douche.
Fuck you!
Yes, I wanted to say a big fuck you to Danny for taking over the voiceover for the FU line. Fuck you, Danny.
Fuck you!
Yeah, this is a motherfucker that came into my house last night and stole all of my fucking money. How the fuck, dude? We know it was you, motherfucker. Fuck off.
Fuck you!
I want to say FU to all the people that call the FU line and the people that run it. You said that you're going to put on the calls that don't suck, and every single FU line call really, really sucks dick. So FU.
Fuck you!
Good evening. I'd like to give a big fuck you to my cunt of a stepmother. I know it's been more than 2 years, but I still hate your fucking ass. Print yourself into a ditch, you cunt whore.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU, line 1. That's 866-FU, line 1.
The virus. Call the Opie and Anthony Show now. 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. Send your feedback to feedback@opieandanthony.com. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, this story makes me sick. It's on TV. We got to find the original clip, but were you here for that, Jimmy?
What?
The little kid crying in the back seat going he wants to be governor?
No.
You weren't here for this?
No.
I guess the new thing on the internet is to videotape your kid crying. Right. And then you got to encourage it and really make it hurt so the video comes out,
It's viral,
well.
Yeah. It's cute.
And this one, they're driving and the kid's crying hysterically because he wants to be the governor of New Jersey. And the kid's, 4 or 5, I think? And I said it at the time. We played the clip. We made fun of it. We laughed. And I said, Ant was here too. I believe he was on board. And I said, they're going to make him governor for a day. This is how this plays out. And sure enough, yesterday he was an honorary governor of New Jersey. This is what they're doing.
Yeah, but he probably didn't have the ability to commute death sentences.
He did.
Oh.
Yeah, he did some crazy stuff as governor.
They should have made him a governor like I said about Schwarzenegger.
That's not fair. You know my role on the chip thing, and you're it's not fair. It's not fair to me.
We're friends.
It's not fair. I don't acknowledge you, and everyone else does. But now I have to acknowledge you because there's no one else around today.
I know.
You did this on purpose.
I just snuck in the house.
You did this on purpose. I fucking hate
We
Chip.
bonded.
When Bob Kelly goes, I fucking hate Chip, it's one of my favorite things.
He really does. Every time.
And I just make believe he didn't talk.
Because Bob hates him.
You know that
Chip is smarter than Bob.
I'll break it down. When you first brought Chip to the show, I fucking hated it.
Yeah,
I don't even know why. So my whole thing, because I'm a fucking asshole, I said I'm just not going to acknowledge he's doing that character, and it'll go away, and it never went away.
Never.
But then it became the thing for me to not acknowledge it, and then to be honest, I love Chip, but I already played it one way, and I'm trying to continue to play it that way.
Chip is undiscourageable. Because he doesn't understand how awful he is. He's undiscourageable. If he understood how, like, if Chip understood being ignored, he would understand how awful his jokes are.
Right.
But he doesn't.
Right.
You know?
That's why I try to barrel through and go on to something else.
Like a barrel of monkeys or something.
See, but I can't do that bit today because there's no one else to play, play the other role. Here's the clip, Jimmy. I'm surprised you didn't see it. He's 3 years old. 3-year-old really wants to be governor of New Jersey. I hate this hacky shit that people do. So, of course, they made him the governor for the day yesterday. Here's the original clip.
Cute.
Why are you crying?
Because I want to be the governor and I can't.
Why can't you be the governor?
Because
Who's the governor of California?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who? What's his name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How does he talk, Brandon?
Where's your daddy and what does he do?
Where is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy? What does he do?
And how about you, Jess? You still sad?
Yeah.
What's making you so sad?
Because everyone tells me that I'm too small to be the governor of New Jersey.
Well, you don't have to be so sad about that. Maybe when you get bigger and older.
But I don't want to.
But then what about when you go to college?
No! I'm already in college.
What college?
I'm already.
You already have the education to be the governor?
Yes!
Would you raise property taxes?
Yes!
But then people wouldn't be happy. You have to say, I'm going to lower them.
Exactly. He has nothing.
Stupid fucking kid doesn't know anything about property taxes.
Yeah, it's really annoying. How are you going to be the governor if you don't understand that shit?
Exactly. Dumb shit. He should have been beaten.
I'm too new of a parent. I don't understand, making your kid cry on purpose. Like, where's the fun in that? Am I missing something?
No, I think any parent who does this, they're just complete assholes. Like as a parent of, my kid's almost 2.
Hold on, but when it first started, I would definitely find it funny, absolutely. But how they then push it because now they got something going on and go, well, let's make them cry even harder.
Yeah, and then
we
put it
are
on the internet.
And we are fucking rolling tape, so maybe we could get a viral video out of this. I don't understand that mentality at all.
No, I totally agree.
So I'm not alone in this.
No, absolutely not. I don't understand why you would like you said, push your kid to keep feeling like shit so that you can film it and then put it on the internet for everyone else to see.
Did you see the other one that hit yesterday? I should have retweeted this. I didn't think we were going to talk about this today. The Red Sox guy. I forgot where I even found it. It's sort of going viral right now. It might hit today. A hardcore Boston guy in his kitchen with his little kid. It's very similar to that. Kid's crying because he wants to be a Yankees fan. And I'm not a Yankees fan, by the way. But another parent.
There you go.
Oh, you got it? Jimmy, watch this one.
Hang on.
And this guy's just more of an asshole than the one we just played for you.
Red Sox. No. Oh, who do you like? I don't like the Yankees. No, you can cry all you want. I don't like the Yankees. Oh, what? Mommy doesn't love the Yankees either. Nicholas doesn't and Christopher doesn't. We love the Red Sox.
But I love the Yankees.
You're on your own. You're on your own, pal.
Don't make that kid cry.
I'm not making him cry. He's making himself cry.
I'm ready.
Repeat after me. I love the Red Sox.
No, Yankees. I don't like the Red Sox.
Okay, then you're going to have to find a new place to live.
Your father's not that bad, though. This kid's just a douchebag.
You know what? Though?
Crying.
There's a great moment in there where the other kid goes, "Yo, Dad, what the fuck? Why are you making him cry?" And you see it in the dad's face, like, you just fucked my viral video up. He's so annoyed by the other kid now.
Poor kid.
Let's say hi to Jay in North Carolina. What's up, Jay?
Yeah, I think that the Sparkling Wiggles kid is a lot smarter and better than the New York governor kid. At least he's got a valid point.
Oh, boy. Sorry, Aunt's not here to field this one for you and make you feel good about your racist
I don't even know
comment.
what you mean.
You've heard the Sparkling Wiggles, right?
Of course.
Yeah. That one I do.
Sparkling Wiggles.
That one I do find funny.
It's funny.
Have we played that in a while? We get scared to play that one for some reason.
No, I shouldn't.
YouTube video.
Can we play it?
Of course.
It's on YouTube.
The people haven't heard this one in a while.
There's over 2 million views.
Yeah. What do you think of the Red Sox dad? You don't think he's an asshole?
Nah, look, the fucking kid. What's he supposed to do?
It's the part where they're pushing it to make it,
Yeah.
a better video, which I think is driving me a little.
Kid's a fucking baby.
Fucking nuts. That's what kids are.
I know, but they annoy me.
They're babies until
Toughen up.
How old?
I used to cry when my Aunt Carrie and Uncle Mike would criticize Kiss. When they would say bad things about Kiss, like they weren't good.
Oh, really?
Sit there and just bawl.
Oh, I wish there was video of that.
Me too.
But we could do that tomorrow.
I wouldn't cry though.
Me and Aunt could tell you how bad Gene Simmons is, and I think you would be close to crying.
I wouldn't, but I would defend
Yes, you would.
I would defend him. I would defend him.
Hey, man, I was with you. Me and you were very similar growing up as far as our music, and then I went Zeppelin, and I left Kiss and Black Sabbath behind, but it started with Kiss and Sabbath for me, too.
Yeah.
And then I saw the fucking light and went Zeppelin.
But you feel bad now because you know the Zeppelins took all their shit?
No, I don't feel bad.
A little bit. It's like in a comic and then you find that they stole everything. You're like,
really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like it was more accepted back then or something.
Or harder to trace.
But know what it made me do is start checking out Willie Dixon and some of those old school blues guys. You don't like the blues, though, do you?
I don't hate it. It's okay. Like, I like Leadbelly. But the blues for me is like, it's black music. And I don't mean that like I don't like black music, but it tells a story that, thank you, that I'm not, it's not my life.
It gets a little repetitive at times, but I like I was thinking about this yesterday when I was walking around. I realized I like dirt on everything. And how I explained this, when Ronnie B was talking about the Stones and stuff, and I forgot who, you said you've never seen the Stones, right?
Live, yeah.
And he said you're going to be very disappointed. Because now the Stones, when you see it, it's so over-the-top corporate and polished. Everything is perfect. And I was thinking about that when I was walking around yesterday, what Ronnie said. And I said, you know what? He just explained my life. I like dirt on everything. That's why I don't like the perfect porn girls when they come in here. I like them to be a little, you know what I mean? A little dirt. Not
imperfections.
Yeah, not over the top polished.
Right.
You know, I hate videos that are all nice and polished. Right. I just like it to look a little gritty. And I like that in my music, too.
Well, before anybody calls up and says, I don't dislike the blues, but I know rock came from the blues. So somebody's going to say, we know where it comes from the blues. I know.
Oh, the point I'm making with this, thank you, bringing it back to the blues. And then some of the blues that it comes out today is too polished. I like hear the crackling because the recordings were, they're old and you could just tell they're messing up a little bit and their voices are just a little shot. I love that. I love that in music. I love that in my life.
I think half of them were on heroin. Those old blues players were all fucked up on booze or something.
I'm sure they had something going on.
Leadbelly was interesting just because he was such a guy that stints in prison and he sang his way out of jail. Like that can only happen in the 40s.
Right.
But he sang for the fucking warden.
Yeah, I want juice. What kind of juice we're doing today? None of that beet shit because it makes it look like you're bleeding from your asshole. What do you got?
Whatever you would like, GH.
We're on a juice kick around here.
I want the Cold Warrior.
Yes, and you shall have that.
I like to consider myself the Cold Warrior.
Who's going for the juice today?
We have an errand boy.
Who's the errand boy?
That's not nice.
Who is the errand boy?
We're all errand boys right now.
Which means who? Travis is going?
No, I'm not going for this one. No.
Who's today's errand boy?
Well, I haven't asked him yet.
Yeah, the person's not going to like the assignment.
Why? I need to know who is
Plus
today's
it's
errand boy.
a long way and it's raining out.
Is it raining?
Look how excited Kenny is, though.
Yeah, just because of rain.
Can we make
Kenny's thinking right now how many baseball games are being canceled. He's just happy.
Can we make this a new bit? Today's errand boy.
Sure.
Is this person going to be mad? Is he in this?
I don't know.
Is he in the studio right now?
No.
Well, because it was originally...
What? Jesus, Sam. How much mic time do you need?
I'm trying to explain.
I know, GH. I think the same thing.
Holy
He gets
shit.
a new hour show.
Right.
He doesn't even plug my Facebook page.
What does his Facebook page have to do with anything?
Oh, he's just kidding. I don't know why he's obsessed with being on Facebook all of a sudden.
Because he's looking to hook up.
Are you looking to hook up?
I'm happily married, but I just broke 2,000
that's not bad.
followers. Yeah, and you got a nice new Facebook page, too.
Well, I sure do, Kenny. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
What is it?
Opie Radio
Fans.
on Facebook.
No,
See, he doesn't even know what the
I know.
address is. This
Some
place
asshole
stinks.
grabbed that already. So I had to go with Opie Radio Fans.
I know, some asshole's an imposter with me, too.
What's your Facebook?
He doesn't know.
Mine is Club Soda, one word. Kenny.
You have to.
That's a lot of words. Club Soda, one word, Kenny.
No, I mean,
you have to type all that?
No, it's just Club Soda.
Club Soda, one
the
word,
imposter
Kenny.
is Club space dash 2 words soda.
You know what yours should be? Yours should be fucking asshole lip.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
I was
fun of his herpes sore.
He's got the swamp lip. I was
I
giving
never
him
noticed
some
that before
advice.
until recently.
Where did you get that from?
I don't get it that often.
You're stressing lately, right? Stress brings out the
No,
swamp
I'm
lip.
very happy. I'm a positive person. Positive brings
I
positive.
just realized most people have that type of herpes. As long as it's not on your dick.
No, yeah, I just I bought some Blistex today. It said satisfaction guaranteed on the box.
All that shit doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
I've been through-
Blistex on a herpes?
I've been through all that since I was 8 years old.
You take fucking lysine.
I want to know why I got the herp. And I'm not the bad one.
Someone just gives you.
Because what Kenny has is officially the herp.
Do you guys both have them in the same spot?
Did we?
I get it in the same spot like every 2 years or so.
That means you got a weak upper lip, so the virus pops out there.
Yeah, I got a weak upper lip, a weak chin, a big nose, a profile like a half moon.
The funniest line ever was Jay Moore said you look like an angel fish.
Yeah, that's the best by far. So the Blistex is working for you?
I know. I just got it this morning. It said satisfaction guaranteed.
It feels nice. It'll tingle a little bit.
I put it
It'll
on.
give you that
It's gonna
nice
do nothing.
tingly feeling, but it's not going to heal shit.
And I also took an allergy pill today.
None of that's going to help your herpes sore. What else? You gonna have a Flintstones chewable? And put a hat on. That might help.
He's terrific, isn't he?
He is. He's going to break 100,000 Twitter people soon.
Yes, I am.
No, dude. You took off. You fucking left us in the dust.
I think a lot of that was some of the TV plugs helped.
You fucking left us in the dust.
I'm not at 100,000 yet, though.
I'm
pretty soon.
I'm at like, what am I, 80 something. You fucking just took off.
Is there really a difference between 90 and 100? I mean, there's not. It doesn't matter. You know what matters when you're over 1 million? When you're 800,000.
No, but your numbers just continue to go up. You're on a roll.
It'll still never be anything that I can. It's fun to plug with, and I can use it and I enjoy it.
I don't think it's that important. I do it for fun because I think only a small percentage of the people you got actually read your shit.
Yeah, I don't know how many people
Real small
actually.
percent. I'm guessing less than 10% read your tweets, but I just do it because it's fun. I like it.
There has to be a peak. Like Dana White peaked around 1.3. Like he's in that area. Like I guess that's all the people who are going to go. I mean, he may climb slowly, but everyone peaks at a certain number, and I think I'll peak at 1 something.
I'll be happy with 100 G's. I'm not going to lie to you. After that, I'm not going to look at the numbers anymore. I think that's about where I'll be.
All right, but what kind of juice do you want?
Oh, I want. You know what? Fuck it. I'll have the bleeding asshole tomorrow. I'll go with carrot, spinach, orange juice.
Troy, write this down.
Oh, Troy is today's errand boy.
Yeah.
Troy.
No, he's not.
Troy,
doing it today.
come on down.
Wait, he's saying he's not doing it?
No, today I'm going to do it.
Why is the Nagel Man going?
Oh,
The
fuck.
Nagel Man?
That's what they call him.
He's the Nagel Man now?
Yeah, a lot of his friends call him that.
Sexy B, I call him.
Go,
The sex man.
spinach, beets. These are foreign words to you, Rock. I understand.
Oh, I get
Spinach, beets, carrots, orange
juice.
Orange juice.
Got that? Spinach, beets, carrots, oranges.
Yes, and Jimmy's getting the Cold Warrior.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
The sex man is on the job.
How many nicknames does he have?
He loves nicknames.
Oh.
Everything with sex in it, though.
Kenny, Abreva, they're saying. You need some Abreva.
In and out. Oh. Get it, Abreva?
Yes, I got it.
Is Attell here?
Not yet.
Was there any guarantee on the Blistex?
Yeah, the box said satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah, and he's the type that would actually fucking say that to a salesperson when trying to get his. They have no idea when anyone deals with Kenny. They have no idea who they're dealing with.
Could you bring back the half-used Blistex and say, "Look, I didn't get my satisfaction guaranteed."
I might. I bought it at Dwayne Reed.
You want to film that on the way home?
No, I need it now. You got to give it more than one day.
No, it doesn't work. I've been through this. I've been getting those fucking things since I was 8, and I do want to know officially how the fuck I got it.
Same way I got it. I don't know.
So I'm thinking of. I always say it was some aunt or somebody that had a fucking cold sore that kissed me as a baby or something.
Or it could have been a friend of the family who was just, look at that big little peck, one of those dumb things.
Because it's easy to spread around.
Yeah.
But it's been a nightmare my entire life. Although, since I got older, it's not as bad. You know what you got to get.
What?
And when you fucking go for it, they think you got the other herp. But it works.
The pharmaceuticals?
The pharmaceuticals.
Well, just do lysine. It's a natural something. It's supposed to work for that.
Or get it's a word people don't want to hear, but get the Valtrex. You might be a Valtrex guy now. I have to go every once in a while, and I don't have it down there. I got the basic one, but they look at you funny. But I don't give a fuck because it wipes that shit out. Yeah, see, Dr. Steve is saying it right now.
What?
Kenny needs the voucher.
80% of the adult population has
the one I got.
Yes, and I think 25% has the.
What's the bad one? 2 or something?
2 is the dick one, and that's 25% is that. But 80%.
25%
of adult sexual people, and
have that.
That's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know they have it.
Holy shit!
I've researched all this shit.
Kenny, you got blisters on your dick?
No, I don't use it much.
You're going to have to get the Valtrex. It's very uncomfortable when you go to the pharmacy.
I'm going to Columbus, Ohio.
Because then they think you got, shit happening around your private
They'll look
area.
at his face and know exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll actually probably take a Valtrex and cut it up and smear it on his lip.
They'll look at me and know I need brains.
Jesus. How do I handle kissing my wife and kid so you don't give it to them? The fuck? You're not stupid about it. You can only I believe you can only give it when you got it.
Yeah, when you're having an outbreak.
Mine only pops up a couple times a year.
Do you feel it when it's coming on though?
Oh fuck yeah.
You do?
It starts tingling.
Really?
Yeah, the lip starts tingling.
Like what, a burn?
You actually feel it growing. You don't, yeah. Very tingling and very uncomfortable. And it's a feeling inside that you get. And then you get the Valtrex. Knocks it right the fuck out of you.
I'm proud to have it.
You're officially a Valtrex guy.
If anybody wants to see my herpes, come to the Columbus Funny Bone this weekend.
Yeah, do me a favor. Anybody at the club this weekend, don't comment on Kenny's herpes lip.
Please don't. He's very self-conscious. Please don't mention it.
The sex man needs some funds for the juice. He's still not gone.
Who does?
Come in here.
Nagelmeister needs money?
Yeah, the Nagel bomb.
I want to know why Troy refused to be Earn Boy today.
He hates that shit.
Yeah, but he can't say no.
What?
Troy, why are you saying no to be an Earn Boy?
First of all, he got demoted to phone call boy.
E-Rock, why is Troy saying no to being an Earn Boy today?
He flipped the fuck out?
No, when Travis came in and asked either one of us if we could do it, and Troy pretty much just ignored that Travis was in the room. And I said, you know what? I haven't gone yet.
Troy, what's
I'll
up?
go and do it.
No, I'll go.
What's up? You don't want to be Earn Boy?
No, I've done it. I've gone on errands before.
See, he's flipping out already.
But E-Rock hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, Eric hasn't
But you
gone
didn't.
once yet.
You didn't acknowledge that Troy even said anything. Travis said anything to you.
Well, I mean, if
You don't like Travis?
I'm not excited about it, but I'll go.
He's got his problems, I think.
You got problems with Travis?
There are some, I think.
What are the problems?
What are the problems?
I don't know. You could tell in the ways.
I didn't even notice Troy.
No, I could tell now.
There's no problem. No, everything's fine.
You see what I mean? The way he kind of just, it's fine, it's fine.
Travis, are there problems with you and Troy?
If Troy says there's no problems, I guess there's no problems.
Whoa.
Let's get it out, Troy. What's up with Travis?
Let's get it in the open.
You got a problem with Travis?
No, Travis is fine. Everything's fine, dude.
See?
I think Sam's just trying to instigate.
Well, he's saying fine. He's not saying good.
No, I mean, nobody wants to do it, but we have to do it, so we'll do it, you know?
All right.
not a good attitude to have.
No. Rock's going this time. It's fine.
Yeah, he hasn't gone yet.
Clarification.
What, my love?
Just on the size, since I haven't done this, are they all one size, or do you want like a large? Or?
I'll take a large Cold Warrior, whatever the biggest they have is.
I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small, I guess.
Okay.
They could shove a lot of vegetables into a small drink.
Troy gets along with everyone.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, but sort of on a very surface level.
He's got a great Facebook page, too, with his music, Troy Kwan. He makes good mixtapes.
You discovered Facebook, I see.
Yeah.
You're enjoying it?
No, it's a burden.
Are you going to join a pillow fight or any of those weird things that they do on the Facebook?
I know Troy went to a pillow fight.
Tried to get everybody to go with him, too. It was weird.
It was weird that you were trying to recruit us.
He's trying to get us all to go to a pillow fight?
Yeah, Union Square this past weekend.
Well,
and he said he made believe it was because it would be kind of cool to check out and maybe, make videos.
Yeah, but you make funny videos. That would be a great place to go make a
but
video.
I have a feeling you went down with a dirty, cum-stained pillow and fucking swung it around a little bit.
No, I didn't even go with a pillow.
Don't swing that.
You didn't go with a pillow?
No, I just went with I just got a new camera, so.
How many people were down there?
Hundreds.
Is there cum on the camera?
No.
Wait, there were really people there?
Yeah, you never seen that?
No. What is this?
In Union Square, everybody goes to Union Square and has a pillow fight.
They're dirty pillows? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Hitting people's dumb mouths with your pillow?
Yeah, you get hit in the side of the head with bad breath.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Somebody's fucking bed bugs on your fucking face.
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Guys, so right now I'm at Union Square with my cousins.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking nerds
Turn
in this
that a little
world.
bit, then.
Anyways.
So who made this? Is this the premiere pillow fight video?
This is the guy.
Oh, this is the guy that came up with it?
No, he just loves making videos about it.
Oh, really?
Loves it.
What a bunch of fucking idiots.
What is wrong with these people?
They have a lot of free time.
But they're not even hitting hard. When you fucking wail?
Yeah, some guys just go there and fucking rip people's heads off.
Me and my brothers used to pillow fight when we went to bed. But it wasn't like this. It got real.
I jerk off on my wife's pillow just to let her know I care.
Thanks, Kenny.
I hope that's not true.
This is really stupid. Then what happens after you're done pillow fighting?
There's feathers everywhere.
So?
How long does it last? How do you know when you're finished?
I was there for like 20 minutes, and I had to head out to an appointment that I had, but...
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
Well, I was just there to take... I just got some photos.
Is this a hipster thing? What kind of person goes to a pillow fight?
Dickhead.
It's kind of funny because people show up in costumes and people show up with stuff written on the pillows.
But you're not answering me. You know New York a little bit. Is this hipster? Is this gay? Is this nerd? Is this
stupid?
All the above?
Yeah, it's kind of all the above. I mean, there was old people there doing it. And
there's not one tough guy in the crowd with a pillow.
I would show up with a pillow like they had in Bad Boys, fucking soda cans, and hit Viking with it.
Just knock the fuck out of some people.
And they had a band that set up there. I don't know if they were...
What did they play?
They were playing like kind
Pillow
of
fight
funky.
songs.
They had like horns and stuff. It was actually kind of cool. But
is this your scene?
No.
Yeah, Troy's into the pillow fight scene. It's his shit.
No, I've known that they've done this before. And then I got an email from this one thing that I subscribed to, and they said this is happening.
You see, he subscribes to the Pillow Fight newsletter.
No. I subscribed to a...
Was it pillowfight.com?
No, it's like a New York City, this is what's going on today type
I'll let
thing.
you know where all the pillow fights are in New York
What's
City.
the next crazy thing that's happening in New York?
I don't know.
Actually, I'm kind of mad that I had something to do because I would have went down there and checked it out.
No, what else? Wait a minute.
I would have made some videos.
The Pillow Fight newsletter. What else do they tell you about in this newsletter?
No, there's a couple things that I subscribe to that they just send you...
Roll shit in your pockets weekly.
Yeah, but you would have been all pissed off if Opie had gone with you because he wouldn't have taken it seriously.
Yeah.
I didn't take it seriously.
I'd rather get a fucking newsletter from NAMBLA than these people. This is horrible.
Yeah, I don't...
Opie shoots funny videos, so I thought it'd be funny for him to...
Well, I like to think they're funny, Troy. Thank you. Thank you for
it'd be
saying
funny
that.
for him in the mix, doing whatever he does.
Exactly.
I don't really understand this one. Are they getting laid at the end?
No. What they put their heads on?
I mean, I'm sure you could,
They look really nerdy.
Yeah, this is a geek thing. This is
very...
Yeah, but I gotta say, though, there was some hot girls there.
Really?
Though.
Where?
Nerdy?
We
What
haven't
do you
seen
mean?
one yet.
You mean the Latin Kings aren't showing up for the pillow fight? Of course it's nerdy.
This is from last year. The one that I was at. There were some hot girls walking around. I don't know. And there's people in funny costumes and feathers flying everywhere. I mean, it's just, it's something that happens once a year.
Apparently that is...
What's a funny costume?
They had like it looked like a SpongeBob, but it was something else.
That is not funny.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. People come with like masks, you know.
What kind of masks?
Like old man masks and.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Apparently, it was International Pillow Fight Day.
Oh, so this was happening all over the world?
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know. I don't have the newsletter.
There's something going on, obviously, through Facebook and Twitter and stuff, where they're getting these weird things accomplished. The one I do like is the Santa Claus Day.
Yeah, that's great.
That was pretty fucking amazing, because people are at least drinking. There's no drinking going on here. There's no real partying going on here. They just walked to Union Square with dirty pillows and started sort of hitting each other with them. Because it is New York. If you hit someone too hard, they're going to fucking punch you in the face.
Which other cities' pillow fights have you been to?
You been to the one in Australia?
No.
Amsterdam?
This is the first one I've gone to in New York City.
It's probably a hip one.
What's the next cool event that's going down?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'll let you know.
Please let us know.
As soon as I find out.
All right.
I like Troy because he's the man about town in New York City for the show. He lets us know what's going on.
Well, you guys both film funny videos. I mean, I'm just trying to, tip you off to, hey,
we
this
just
might
watched
be cool.
a 5-minute video. I turned the audio down. There was nothing funny about that.
Yeah, but you could have made it funny, though.
How am I going to make that funny? I don't even know.
Guy.
What, are you talking about the masks?
I don't know. You guys are funny people. Go down there and do something funny.
Talk about SpongeBob?
Yeah. Fuck it. Have fun, you know?
Jimmy tapped out. He doesn't want to fucking talk about
Do you have flat feet?
I guess I do, yeah. Why? What do you ask?
It's not good for pillow fighting.
Troy's feet are perfectly flat and straight.
Really?
Well, that's these shoes, too.
No, I can't wear shoes like
What
that.
type of hipster shoes do you have?
Those are
hipster shoes, yes.
All right, what do you got? I'll put them up on the thing.
See what I mean?
Yeah, those are hip.
They're Van skateboarding shoes.
Yeah, but they don't even have white laces. Those are hipster shoes.
What white laces are what you're supposed to wear?
That's
Black
right.
or
You're a hipster, right?
Hipster, yeah.
I don't think so.
A little bit?
No.
A mix. What are you a mix of?
He's an aging hipster.
Oh, man. Not that. I'm not. And you're not that much younger than me,
what
motherfucker.
Are you doing this weekend, Troy? What's on the agenda?
I'm working on a lot of stuff. I'm actually doing a DJ gig next Tuesday, so I got to get a lot of stuff ready for that. So.
Oh, where?
At this place down in the meatpacking district.
Meatpacking.
Oh.
Hi, Daddy. Don't want to be requesting CeeLo.
So yeah, I got a lot of computer
Trannies
stuff.
love CeeLo.
Nothing exciting. I live a very kind of boring life. So
No, you're DJ.
Yeah.
Hence going to a pillow fight.
Exactly. You're going to be on the beach on Long Island with a shovel.
You ghoul.
Yeah, trying to find pussy.
Oh, the other way. Very nice. All right, Troy, that was terrific. But you're not errand boy today. E-Rock is.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow you'll be errand boy? I don't know if we're doing a show tomorrow. I think we might take tomorrow off. Okay. The fuck they want from us? We
All right,
take
cool.
Bill Hicks guys are here?
Yes.
Yeah.
We could talk to them next. Can I do the John Sterling thing real fast, though?
Yeah.
Going in a break. John Sterling, the fucking Yankee announcer who does the home run calls. This is the year of the home run call with this guy. For some reason, there's even more attention on his home run calls this year than there were last year. So this fucking thing's taking off. And we're only bringing the new ones to the show because you've heard the basic ones over the years. He did one for Russell Martin. It's the most douche chilly thing I think I've ever heard in sports.
It stinks.
And here it is for Martin, Russell Martin. Come on.
Now the 2-2. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. Bosch back. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Russell Martin drives one near the left center field bullpen. A long 3-run home run.
And I would stop it right there.
That's great.
And then give the score. Right?
That's exactly it. That's perfect.
I like that home run call.
That wasn't
not bad.
I think he's a good play-by-play guy. That was fun.
But then...
Oh, no.
Russell has muscle, and the Yankees take a 9-3 lead.
Why can't you just go and that makes it 9-3?
Because it's all about him.
Russell has muscle?
That sucks.
And then we got another one. Andrew Jones. I didn't know the Yankees picked him up. Isn't he kind of a bum at this point? He played with the Braves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bench player.
He is a bench player?
Yeah.
The payoff. Swung on. There it goes to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Andrew Jones hits a line drive bullet in the left field seats. Andrew Jones makes his bones. He drives his first Yankee home run into the seats. And the Yankees take a 4-0 lead.
Makes his bones. Jimmy's biting his teeth.
It's just
That's
annoying.
impossible.
It's just corny. Who the fuck enjoys that?
He admitted that he was not ready for Andrew Jones to hit a home run.
Then how about you don't try? How about you just say, okay, there you go.
Do a real call.
Right. You don't have to make everything about you with the home runs.
Does anybody like it? Dude, we've done nothing but attack that for 5 years. I've never heard anybody say they think it's funny or good.
I don't know. I read some of the sports pages, and they're not killing them too much over this.
They should be killing them a lot.
Here and there, but yeah, I'd be all over it if I was one of those sports writers. But no, they're pretty much letting them slide. All right. Seth in Chicago, that's the bit, though. How do you bite your own teeth? Exactly. That's how bad it is that Jimmy's attempting to bite his own teeth. You want to do Sparkling Wiggles into break?
Sure.
Another kid video that did very well. It's all about the kid videos today. You got that little 3-year-old. He was the governor of New Jersey for the day. Then you had the Red Sox fan telling his son he can't be a Yankees fan. And this is certainly the classic one as we go to break.
There's too many Sparkling Wiggles at the party.
It's so many Sparkling Wiggles at the party.
Say, no Sparkling Wiggles here.
No Sparkling Wiggles here.
Say, get a job, Sparkling Wiggle.
Get a job, Sparkling Wiggles.
Say, go be a suck.
Opie and Anthony.
And now, another bedtime story with Jim Brewer.
Lars gives a call. God, this is like 98, something like that, 99 maybe. And he goes, dude, what are you doing tonight? I said, I'm playing down the village. Let's fucking hang out and I'm going to meet up with some friends. It's going to be great. On the way over, we cabbed it, and some kid from NYU left his knapsack with all his books and notebooks. And so, you know what? I'll be a nice guy. How cool is this be? A guy from Saturday Night Live is going to send him back his books. And, well, this is a thorn in Lars's ass from the minute I get it. From the minute I get it, he's like, dude, what are you doing with the fucking nap? Get rid of the fuck. It's ridiculous. You look like a fag walking around with this fucking knapsack. So I'm walking around with this thing. I said, I'm going to give it back. Why does the knapsack bother you? It's fucking stupid. Fuck that guy. He's irresponsible. Fuck him. It'll teach him a lesson. He tears the knapsack off my back. I said, what are you doing? He tosses it across the street, hits some chick in the leg, and it opens up and the bags go all over. And he's walking down the village going like this. There's your fucking knapsack, huh? Are we hanging? Fuck the knapsack, huh? Huh? I'm like, Lars, what are you doing? Chill out. And he keeps getting in my face. Are we hanging or what? I went, I don't know if I can live up to this. I talk a great game, but I don't know if I can live up to this status.
Stay tuned for more bedtime stories with Jim Brewer.
The Virus, Sirius XM. Follow the Opie and Anthony Show online. Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. Twitter.com/Opie Radio. Twitter.com/Anthony Cumia. And Twitter.com/Jim Norton. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, I lost Jimmy. What a weird week. People just coming and going. Hopefully it sounds like something out there. We got Dave Attell kind of walking down the hall slowly, looking like he's going to break into someone's home. Jimmy's in the bathroom. And we got the Bill Hicks guys here. And I just got my Bill Hicks t-shirt, which, thumbs up, yeah. You got to pull the mic down, sir. So who do we got in the studio? What's up, Jimmy? The
Hi.
Bill Hicks guys to your right.
I know. We're just coming back on.
It's Matt and Paul and Dave Attell. What's up,
Dave?
Dave?
Just walking in too.
How are you, sir?
What did I walk in on?
Well,
we just came back from break.
We just got back, Dave, and we're going to talk to these guys who made a film about Bill Hicks. Did you know Bill Hicks?
Yes, I did.
You did?
I met him twice, and I saw him perform at the old Improv in New York City, and it was great because this was in the late 80s when hacks ruled the comedy world. Like you needed a guitar or a puppet, and it's not like today where you just need, I guess...
dry irony.
Yeah, dry irony or a goddess. And to Today, it was great because the club owner at the time was like, I don't get this guy. Get him off.
Really?
You know? And then they brought out the next guy doing the clapper joke.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what I got.
Who was the guy that didn't get Bill Hicks?
Tim Allen. No, I don't know. It was the club owner of the.
How do you not get Bill Hicks? Did he make people uncomfortable?
Well, he was
because he wasn't like joke guy.
He was dark, and that was like the late '80s. People didn't want that.
Right.
It was a different time.
And he probably didn't get him because if the crowd wasn't enjoying it, anything the crowd's not enjoying, the club owner won't enjoy. But if the crowd was going crazy, the club owner would have loved it. They don't care what the comic's doing as long as the crowd likes it.
Well, he obviously was a very funny guy, very smart guy, a very dark guy, like Dave Attell said.
One of the things that some of the comedians had said that we spoke to was that Bill kind of taught them, some of the younger guys coming up, that you shouldn't be afraid to walk the room. Like, you're going out there with your material, and that if they are not getting it and that you don't feel like you want to change and make them happy, then do what you want to do and be prepared to have them leave.
Well, that's easy for him to say, but if you're an up and coming guy, if you're not getting the job done, then you don't get asked back.
That was before Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People walked out, they went out into their rest of their lives. Now, it never ends.
And Hicks, though, the thing with Hicks, though, and I'm not even a guy who followed Hicks, but I like the fact that I think when he would walk a room, at least it was sincere. Like, people who've seen Hicks a million, they said that he was just doing his act. And people didn't like it, they were offended by the religious stuff. When you see guys trying to walk the room, they're trying to emulate Hicks, and it doesn't come off as genuine. But I think the fact that he would walk them with his act is important. It's a big difference.
I'm a huge fan of Bill Hicks, but huge fan of comedy in general. Love these guys and all. Bill Hicks was one of those guys I never got to see.
Well,
really?
Yeah, just on fucking tape, and his comedy CDs.
I just wanted to say, the second time I met him, since thanks for that follow-up. No, the second time we met him was after another show where once again the crowd didn't get him, and I don't know if people know this about Bill Hicks, but he was a master guitar player. He's from Texas, and I guess it's something in the water down there. But he was just an amazing guitar player, and we were hanging out at a guy's house, everybody smoking pot, and he's like, "Hey, is that a guitar?" He was sober at this point, and he's like, "Can I use that guitar for a second?" And he picks it up, and he's just jamming on the guitar. You're like, "Oh my!" As a young comic, you're like, not only is he a great comic, he's like this otherworldly being. He's so talented, And then he complimented me on one of my jokes. He gave me a tag.
Oh, wow. What was the tag?
He said, put some cream on it. No, he had a great, just comedy mind. So that made me I was floating on air when he was even listening to one of my jokes. But he definitely was the guy who I think a lot of these people, like Jim said, they emulate. They want to be him. But I don't think they have the same rage and anger. And they also don't have the same street cred that he did. Because he worked a lot of... are you allowed to curse again?
Yeah.
He worked some of the shittiest B-room club, hardcore, Alabama, whatever, Shreveport, just basically down and dirty beer hall kind of places. A lot of these other guys who were, supposedly these, truth-telling, comic storyteller people, they work L.A., they work here, they work South by Southwest, they work 3 or 4 different places. And, he was definitely out there for years and years and years with people talk about the crowd walking the crowd. The crowd was viciously angry. They wanted to fight him after every show. So
yeah.
And it's there's a guy who speaks there's a truth to power, It's what a lot of guys today don't realize is the things that were considered rebellious a lot of times when Bill was doing them, which is, I guess, in the late 70s, early 80s, when he was, when did he perform? What were his years of performing?
He made it into the 90s.
Early 90s, yeah.
Well, you the guys who made the movie, right?
That's us.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
They're not necessarily the same things that are rebellious today. So a lot of guys would they do the type of stuff Bill did, but it's they're like you said, it's not real. Their rage. It's just they're trying to manufacture what a guy like that created.
It's weird. He's been gone a while now, and his stuff isn't dated. You could put on his comedy CDs, and it makes sense with what's going on in the world today.
We get a lot of that. We get that a lot of people come in contact with us and say we didn't know he was dead.
Oh, really?
Having just discovered him,
really?
seeing him on YouTube. Where can I go and see this guy?
How did you guys know? Did you guys know him? Or how did you get involved with this project? It's called American, the Bill Hicks Story.
Well, yeah, I mean, as you can tell, we're a couple of Brits by our plummy accents, and as you might know, Bill was really, really big in the UK.
Yeah.
He got huge in Britain, and kind of frustrated he wasn't as big in America.
But he also did very well in Canada. Obviously, his breakout performance was at Montreal Just for Laughs in '91, and then in Australia he did a very big tour over there. So there are certain, places that he's really well known, and obviously in places like Austin over here in the US, where you've got big followings.
A question for the room, not just you guys. Why do you think he didn't get big in America?
Because we suck over here. We don't appreciate anything until we.
He obviously had his following, but I mean, he was selling out. He was selling out theaters, and in this movie, you talk about it, where he'd come back from selling out theaters all over Europe, and then come home to, like Dave said, to these shitty comedy clubs.
But at that time, we'd had that kind of, not Bill's kind of comedy, but we'd had alternative comedy on TV for several years by then.
Yeah,
and it was just kind of a different climate. Also, because the UK is much smaller, if someone's a big splash at the Edinburgh Comedy Festival, where Bill first appeared, then the whole country gets to hear about it.
Right.
Whereas the States is so huge that these guys were really well known in Houston, but weren't known in New York or LA.
Now, were you guys hired to do this project, or it was your idea? Walk us through this a little bit.
Yeah, we developed it. I mean, basically, we were lucky enough on the 10th anniversary of Bill's death to have some contact with his family. So basically, there were tribute nights going on around the world, which is kind of unprecedented if you think about it. I mean, I don't know many other comedians who have tribute nights for them, but we were doing the London one. We got in touch with Bill's family.
We certainly will have one for Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we just had one for Greg Giraldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giraldo was a great comic, man.
You guys know Greg?
A great one.
And so what happened was that we put
Did you guys know Greg or no?
No, we didn't.
Oh, they didn't.
We saw Greg when we did a movie preview at the Gotham a few years ago and met Greg there.
Oh, right, okay.
He was a pretty bright fucking comic, man. I liked him.
I have a question.
Yeah.
England, you brought it up, it was so true that we usually don't get how good something is until it goes, he basically, I remember when he went to England for the first time, Bill Hicks, and he, that's when all the great reviews started coming out, when you guys finally, kind of saw the genius in it. And I think a lot of it had to do with, you guys were cooler with the rage that he really had against the government and society and commercialism and all that kind of stuff. And I guess the guy who I always consider the kind of heir apparent to Bill would be Doug Stanhope, and I know he's also very big in England. So
I think he's over there now touring.
Is Doug big in England?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he plays the Leicester Square Theatre quite often, which is a big room, and he gets invited back a lot because he has that same fire. I think he has that same commitment, which maybe means that you're not always knocking out one-liners every sort of 2 or 3 minutes. That you're actually exploring a subject and you're not afraid to go there. And I think that's why people respond to him.
Sure,
they like me too because I'm very angry about game shows and things like that.
Well, I'm just basically. Well, it's amazing how we send over these amazing comics, and then you guys send over these guys to do these movies that these Katherine Heigl, whatchamacallit, Seth Rogen-y movies, and we watch them on planes going towards your country. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, basically it's not fair.
We're sorry.
All right, so
I thought I could start a nice.
Yeah, I know.
So it's too good.
So you ran into the family at a 10-year death reunion thing.
Well, the family were obviously over in the States, but that was our first contact with them. Yeah. And then we spent a couple of years not only getting to know them and trying to gain their trust, but and to prove that we were the right guys to make the film, but also exploring how we were going to put it together. Because, as you said, Bill wasn't someone who would maybe get money thrown at a project about him over in the States, and that's kind of why it came from the UK.
Yeah, I wanted to see this movie for a while because I heard about it, and I was like, how are they going to pull this off? Because there's not a lot of video of Bill Hicks. I mean, there's a lot of performance video, obviously.
A lot
but
of great specials, though.
Yeah, but not him just hanging out. If you're doing a documentary, you don't have him, just chilling. So you guys made it work by doing a lot with pictures, photographs. You want to explain that a little bit? I mean, where you got the idea?
Well, when we first got to know the family and did some research, there were just so many photographs of Bill. He'd collected a lot through his career. He'd kept all of those, VHS tapes from the comedy clubs, but also just photos from friends and photo shoots. And they kind of just showed the picture. Because the thing about Bill is he evolved so much through his life, and you can see that going from, the young colt
right
through several stages in his life. And we'd seen this film called Kid Stays in the Picture, which had kind of done a bit of 3D photography.
Yeah, that was a good film, man.
Yeah, it's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
And what it does is it takes you into that world. You're not watching talking heads on a screen cut with clips. You go back into that world.
Right.
But we realised you could take it a lot further and rebuild the real locations. So that's Bill's real childhood home when they're sneaking out to go down to the comedy club against their parents' permission. And then we rebuilt the comedy club where Bill and the other comics in Houston used to perform.
What was
and
it
they've
called,
since seen them.
the club?
The Comics Annex, which was part of the comedy workshop there.
Did you do any of the Laugh Stop? Any of those clubs like that? Because Houston, it was a really huge comedy town. The Dirty Did you guys talk about this? The Texas Dozen, Jimmy Pineapple.
The Texas Outlaw Comics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all featured in the film.
And, and Riley Barber and all those. Did you talk to all of them?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's
so,
great.
John Fonetti is actually in town tonight for our premiere tomorrow. And obviously Jimmy Pineapple, now James Lamoureux, and Andy Huggins. They were kind of the guys who
He'll
really...
always be known as Jimmy Pineapple to me.
Yeah, sure.
Esquire, by the way.
James Pineapple Esquire. Yeah,
yes.
no, you're right. But what the great thing about those guys was that they kind of they got to Bill at the right age. He was 17 or 18. He walks into this comedy club and he finds them, and they basically bring him on as a performer, and they also teach him about drinking and drugs and girls as well. But they taught him about what it meant to be a performer, and what that entailed was being true to who you were as a person and not being afraid to go and explore topics that were interesting. And so he met them at the right time. They kind of nurtured him and brought him along, and they were lifelong friends.
And he hit right at 17 and 18. He was killing.
He was a killer act. He definitely. I saw him one time at the not at the Cafe Wa in New York, but it used to be like on where Dylan
Village Underground.
The Village Underground one time, and he was shooting a special there, and the crowd didn't get him because I think it was like salsa night, and then he came out. It was really like one of those weird kind of situations, and like. They weren't getting him, and he was shooting a special, and this was like, I guess, just like something they threw together, and he immediately like went from like, I'm doing the prepared material to rage, which I love, and he just had so many great like quick one-liners just from his many years of road stuff, which separates him immediately from these alternative comics, which is like I think a lot of them don't have that like kind of road like able to work a situation, it's like it's a performance art thing. But he was like a comic, in his soul, so he could definitely handle it. But I'm glad that you guys are doing this because he definitely is underrated, and he's also as more important in comedy than a lot of people think.
I mean, you could tell us this though. I mean, a lot of comedians, as I understand it, like look at other comics up on the stage and say that they can see how many hours they've done, they can see how many nights just by how crafted they are, And obviously, Bill was doing like 207 when he was sober. And he was working all the time. He was doing 275 nights a year. So you look at the guy up on stage and you just can see his mastery of an audience. You can see his comfortableness there. You can see his craft. And also the one-liners and the put-downs are part of that too. But it's about the ability to kind of like move around any subject matter that you want and like just sort of pull it all together.
Was there other Bill Hicks guys at the time, Dave? Or was he like one of the only, you know what I mean? Not...
It was Bill Hicks, let's see, Bob Zaney.
But were there any other guys that were kind of going dark when Bill Hicks was doing it?
Kinnison was fairly dark.
Kinnison was?
Yeah.
And they were both in Houston at the same time, right?
Yeah, they were actually mentor. Sam was sort of almost a mentor to Bill at a younger age.
He used to perform with him, didn't
but
he?
it seems like Sam might have bit off Bill Hicks.
Well, that's a good question, but I never got to see Sam live, but I have seen Bill.
I've seen
live.
Sam live. Holy shit!
I never got to see it, and the more I do comedy, the more I realize that's the reason why you get into comedy, which is what Sam Kinison was doing. Which not the later time with the rock and roll with the ever, but when he was like before all the celebrity hit, he was like there was nobody who brought that much energy, but both high and low on stage the way he did it. He was an imposing figure, but yet everybody walked out of there, even if he was screaming in their face, they still felt like they had a great time. They were light. They didn't feel, like it was like a horrible experience. But he was an amazing performer. So I think he also is another guy who is underrated, and I think a lot of it had to do with like the drugs and the partying and the rock star lifestyle.
Who did he work with? It was Kinnison, and he worked, I know Hicks was one of his guys, and he used to tour. When I saw Sam, he toured with Alan Stevens, Carl LeBeau, and Mitch Walters, I think, were the three guys
was
in
one
front
of the guys,
him.
too.
Oh, was Jimmy one of those guys? Okay.
I believe so. He was one of the outlaws.
With Kinnison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't see
he's doing the
ago.
amphitheater when he's doing the big tours,
Okay.
But like when you see him, like supposedly, like I never got to see him. The guy I asked would be like Mark Maron because he like basically lived with those guys out in L.A. in the early '80s. But when he would hit the Comedy Store in the early '80s, he just ruled the place, and that was a really great place for like a lot of these young guys. When I was doing comedy in the beginning, it had already, the wave of comedy was over, like the really cool wave. So it was a lot of people trying to be like the sweater comics, you know, the Skip Stevensons and the whatever, like the did you, you know, have you ever thought about, and a lot of lame ass observational stuff. So that's why Bill Hicks was definitely the standout, and Letterman got it. They got it right away, but then I always feel like it's sad that like he didn't get a chance to, like, he should have been on there like more than he was, you know, like every couple of weeks, every couple of months or whatever. He should have been a panel guest, and you know, we really would have gotten here.
I think they found the process of vetting, which obviously they do on those shows, and you know, the producer will go out, see the act 2 or 3 times, take out jokes they don't like. I think that Bill found that uncomfortable sometimes, and
it's
you know,
horrible.
He had to go through it obviously to get on the show, and then obviously you know, on the 12th appearance, so he was on 11 times, and the 12th appearance, which was about 3-4 months before he died, was the one which was, you know, sort of famously canned.
And then Letterman regretted that, but I don't like the fact he waited 25 years to play it.
And then he dramatically played it. Like, we should have played this a long time ago. We're playing it tonight.
The day after Hicks died, they should have played that out of respect.
Bill's mom was there. Dave made a whole thing about it, so he did a make good, I guess.
What was it, religious stuff or something? Whatever the material was that.
What was the big problem?
They told him not to do something. What was it?
It wasn't Billy Ray Cyrus, was it?
There was a couple of things, I think. One was kind of the sort of the nastiness of the perceived nastiness of offering to kill someone with a shotgun, and you know, who maybe was beloved at the time. And then the other stuff was some apparently you know, religious stuff about the Pope or pro-life. So you know, there was a couple of, they could describe them as hot button topics.
Right.
And you know, it's the kind of thing that I think that, you know, maybe they wouldn't, you know, think twice about today, as Dave said when he showed the clip.
That's America. That's how we
said,
are.
You know,
they're still fucking with comics.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, you can look at these guys; they have their own stories. So
no, they definitely vet your set, and they do have a lot of topics they don't want you to talk about. And I don't know if that's true in England on your chat shows or whatever, but over here, like, you really have to, like, you know. It's basically, you do the material they tell you to do.
I think one of the reasons that Bill thought that he went over so well in the UK, you were asking about that earlier, was that, you know, he was able to do, after this Montreal set was filmed, they played it unedited on Channel 4, an hour and 10 minutes. And there was only 4 channels in the UK at that time. Wow. And basically, you know, a really good proportion of the country just hooked into him. And rarer and rarer nowadays, it was a water cooler moment. People next day were saying, did you see that guy?
Right.
And it really was a sort of a consciousness-attaining performance.
Sure.
And I think that one of the things that, you know, he was lucky to do, as Paul was saying, was, you know, hitting Channel 4 at the right time, where they were looking for people to push the boundaries. They were looking for people who, you know, didn't give a shit about profanity, and that they were interested in someone who was really going to blow the socks off their audience, and that's what Bill did at just the right time.
The vetting process is different over there as well, and you can pretty much do what you want on the show, and they then look who complains afterwards. So the show don't decide so much, and then over time.
It's called balls.
Yeah, no kidding. America, the Bill Hicks story. I really enjoyed this damn documentary you guys made. It's well done. These guys did a great job at the pictures and stuff.
They handed us these cards, by the way. Did you?
I thought it was a menu.
What is this?
Well, this is a Bill Hicks menu for the soul.
It's called Bill Hicks's Principles of Comedy.
Well, this is, sorry, you don't have one. Let me chuck one over there.
Let me see this.
It's printed out and posted by Bill on the wall at the Laughing Skull in Atlanta. Is that around still or no?
That's still there, yes.
Laughing
Still
Skull?
a club, yes.
Oh, by the way, that's the best thing when you go to comedy clubs. Like, I'm going to Raleigh. They have all the great old headshots. And Bill, like, he started when he was like 15 or something like that. So he's got like the baby headshot. Then he's got like the bad boy headshot. But his every time I see it, I always give it a little tap because he is great.
The amazing thing for us, though, coming over here as 2 Brits, is obviously we've got this film that we think people should know about who Bill is, and that he's somebody who's important in terms of like the American cultural timeline. What we've been amazed by is how the American comedic community has come out to support the film. So we're working here in New York with Gotham, with Eastville, with Upright Citizens Brigade. In LA, we're doing a screening for the comics only at the Comedy Store, which is going to be amazing. And then we have Paul Provonza, who's going to be hosting our premiere in LA, and then the next night Bob Weed, director of Curb Your Enthusiasm, the next night Colin Hanks. So we have some really nice people coming out to support the film, and essentially showing that they do know who Bill was, and that they feel that other people should know who the hell he was too.
What's the Tool connection with Maynard? You didn't really get into that with the film.
Bill and Maynard were friends, and
how did they meet?
I don't know, actually, but I do remember a gag that Bill did. He opened for Tool a couple of times, and one of them was he said he'd lost his contact lens in the mosh pit. Can anyone have a look for it? But the idea, I think, was that they just found each other interesting, and so, Tool asked Bill to support them on a tour, and he managed to do a couple of gigs, but not a full tour.
Tool really loves Bill Hicks.
Yeah, and obviously they featured him on, I think, 3 songs on their album.
3 of their songs are basically Bill Hicks's routine.
What's the how do you say that
one? They put to
one?
Music. Arizona Bay?
No, the other one. Anemia?
Yeah.
Anemia?
Anemia.
Oh, is it Anemia's name of the song? Or no, I don't think it's Anemia, is it?
That's the album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking album's great. And there's a lot of Bill Hicks featured on that damn thing.
Not to backtrack, but when you're talking about the Montreal Comedy Festival, that's where he broke. The only other guy ever to break as hard would have been Mitch Hedberg. Because he was another guy who left Montreal with just like raves, and well-deservedly. And he also, in my experience, he mastered the Letterman spot better than anybody else, because that is a hard thing. Jim knows it, like doing like a 6-minute set, like we said, it's vetted, it's prepared, and like his material is so clean but so different that like just every joke blew the audience away. So
well, Opie's seen the film. Basically one of the things that runs throughout the film is that idea about what it means to be a comedian, and part of that is choices that you make about what you do with your material, and whether you're able to do a 5-minute clean spot, and whether that makes you happy or not.
Right.
And obviously some people like Bill just were not considered 5-minute comics by himself, and said, well, okay, I need to work longer form, and how do I do that? And if TV is not going to let me, then that's the way that's going to be.
Yeah, but he still was great in the short form, because he had great jokes. He had amazing jokes. And when you watch him on the Young Comedian special, he held his own. Unfortunately, that was like the special I'm talking about, Rodney Dangerfield's.
Yeah, Nothing Goes Right.
And who else was on that special? Because that's like
Dice Clay.
Dice Clay, and
was Hicks on Dice's special? I didn't know that. Are they on the same night?
Wow. Schimmel,
Barry
another great comic.
Was Barry Sobel on that one? Too. There was another guy with a leather jacket, and I remember the Dice argued with him because Dice wanted to wear the leather. There was one guy after him.
Maybe Don Marrera too.
Wow,
I don't remember.
I would love to see that lineup.
See if someone could look it up.
Can
you look up that lineup?
Specials,
you're probably right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The thing that was really upsetting to Bill, though, was that obviously he'd gone on and thought he had his big break, and obviously Dice Clay comes out with the rude limericks, and he got all the praise and all the attention after that special, and Bill thought it was his big break and that he was going to go big, and it just he got eclipsed on that night.
Well, I think the cool thing about it is who has the last laugh, huh? And who does?
Probably Dice is still alive.
But that was so sad, because people thought Bill Hicks, like, I always thought he was way older than me. But he was only like a couple years older than me. He died when he was 32, which is like really, it was like just as he was
hit.
It is a great topic for a movie that's well overdue.
I think the interesting thing is that we've been speaking to a lot of people. For example, John Lahr from the New Yorker magazine, who's written really nicely about Bill, and he considers Bill to be the direct antecedent of people like Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert, who are now doing that kind of material, but actually finding an audience on TV. And I think the thing that's most interesting about it is that you have the ability to get an audience thinking about not just political stuff but satirical stuff, and you're doing it now on a nightly basis to 2-3 million people, and that's something that at the time Bill was actually up for political correctness, like Bill Maher's first TV show. So at that time, he was almost in one of those chairs.
Who did he look up to, Bill Hicks? Who was his guy? I'm going to guess Carlin. Who were his guys who he admired?
Woody Allen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he went all the way back to Chaplin.
Really?
And then he was obviously very enamoured of Richard Pryor when he saw the Live on Sunset Strip. Kind of really blew him away.
How could he not be?
And
that's one of the best specials ever.
No, I think Live in Concert was better. Sunset Strip was after he burned himself.
Yeah, but that still was really good.
It was very deep.
Cool, man.
When he stopped saying nigger, that was like when he kind of made the proclamation.
Whoa,
I believe me, I wrote him. You should say it more.
Sorry.
But that's when he kind of said he would never say that again, and he had like an epiphany, I guess.
And then, but don't you think that like the crowds now are so politically correct that like I think they still wouldn't really get him, Bill Hicks. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on the actual like doing and seeing of comedy, but I think people really just they don't want to hear, they just want silliness and whatever personal bullshit. I don't know. What do you think, Jim?
I think a lot of things that like what is considered really going against the grain has changed a little in the last 15 or like it's a lot. You can make fun of the church a lot safer now. It's not as big a deal anymore, which they've kind of brought on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of guys today are attacking the church like it's this act of rebellion, and it's like, it's really not. It's a bit different now if you're attacking Islam, or if you're going after race. Those are things that are very taboo today, which may not have been at one point. So I don't know how he would do now, but he probably would have switched gears and attacked other things.
But he was from the South, okay, so he grew up in that culture, and then he would play these clubs, like I said. Like, it's easy to do a church joke at Largo in L.A., but to do it in, like, some casino riverboat in Mississippi, I mean, like, that's real danger. That's really, like, edgy, like, I believe in this, and I don't give a shit about the crowd.
And 20 years ago, it was definitely a lot more dangerous than it is now, even. I mean, 20 years ago to be doing, because again, he wasn't a guy who needed, I know there was no alternative clubs back then.
Yeah.
It's like guys who did that type of material back then just did it in front of comedy audiences. It's like there was no, I need my own crowd here. It's like Andy Kaufman. He didn't do it in front of a hip alternative crowd that would pretend they liked it whether they did or not. He did it in front of fucking, Catch a Rising Star audiences who thought he was a fucking an idiot.
Yeah, let me go to the phones. We got Terry in Erie, Pennsylvania. We're talking about the Bill Hicks documentary. It's called American. When is this being released, guys?
It's opening in New York, Cinema Village tomorrow, and it's going to be out in LA and then the rest of the country from the 15th, so please check it out.
Right on. Terry, what do you got?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning.
I know Bill and Dennis Leary were feuding for a little while over material. Did they ever wind up patching things up before Bill passed away, or...?
I believe that the Leary situation is something that comes up a lot because we get asked about it in terms of, like, did they, didn't they? And I think it's one of those things that is kind of between them in some ways. Whether they patched it up or not, we don't know.
Well,
but
obviously,
I think people do know that Bill was a little upset about it.
Yeah, obviously Bill Hicks came out with his album way before Dennis Leary, and there's a lot of similar material, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, one of the things that comedians, some comedians are known for doing, people like Robin Williams, as I understand it, were quite cool with, like, people borrowing bits off each other and stuff. But I think the recording it and the putting it down on an album, that's the bit that kind of hurt.
Right.
And also the fact that it sold 1 million copies and, got Dennis Leary massive MTV viewership.
Sure.
When Bill was still playing the clubs. So, it hurt.
Did you try to interview Dennis?
No.
You didn't?
Well, I would have tried to interview him about it. Why not?
Well, I guess because the way that the film came about was that we went to go and see Bill's family and friends, and the interviewees that we got, like, really, really told the story, and it was kind of about the person behind the performer.
Now Bill's dad is no longer with us, but the mom's still around. What does she have to say about Dennis Leary?
Well, you can meet her. She's coming into town tomorrow night for the show.
Oh, cool. Does she talk about the Dennis thing?
Not really. Steve, his brother, mentions it a bit, but as well, this far on, how much would Bill really be worried about that sort of thing? Unless Dennis was still copying him now.
Right.
Well, although Steve did tell that cool joke when we were here in Gotham like 3 years ago. It was like, why does Dennis Leary have a career? Because there's no cure for cancer.
That's funny.
And Steve told that, and the audience went, whoa! And it was like, well, no. He was kind of being funny. I think they thought he was, like, making a dig. He wasn't. He was just, like, joking about it. Steve's Bill's brother. Steve Hicks.
Who did they think he was making a dig at?
Well, I think they thought he was, like, making some sort of, like, weird cancer reference. And
but if he was, it's his brother. How about they let him do it? This is why audiences should be fucking executed.
That's a great line, by the way.
It's a funny line.
Yeah.
Hicks was a very fucking edgy guy, and his brother does a cancer joke, and they're like, oh, that's not polite. Like, the crowds just stink.
What? And they're there to tribute the guy.
The guy who...
They should know that. Yeah.
Shitheads.
Sorry, we apologize for
And Steve doesn't do comedy, right?
No, he was just up there, as part of the tribute.
It's pretty obvious in your film that he didn't really, he doesn't have the funny bone, Steve.
He's actually pretty good on stage.
It must suck to have a brother that's just so fucking smart and funny.
The competition in the family would have been, tough, I would say.
What does Steve do for a living?
Well, he used to work for a company that basically marketed bands. He was like, what's the name of that company he worked for? It was like the big record store across Austin. Right. He's now working in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
There you go. Let me say hi to Jonathan in Detroit. Jonathan.
Hey, how are you doing?
Welcome aboard.
Just wanted to let you know there are 4 songs actually that Tool did that's related to Bill Hicks. It's called Third Eye. Mm-hmm. At the end of it, kind of some trippy music where he's doing his stand-up. Eulogy, Hooker with a Penis, and the CD is actually called Enema.
Yeah, the album's Enema. We fucked that up.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right. Thank you.
But that was the set that got him banned. I remember there was two bits that they didn't want to play. One of them was like, we have to kill. It was like some country western guy. No, he's like, no, I want you to go out there tonight, and he's on TV doing a TV set, and hunt him down and kill him. Let's turn this into a game show. I'm going to hunt blah blah.
Billy
blah.
Ray Cyrus. I'm almost positive.
It was
Billy
Ray
Cyrus.
So that was like definitely one of them. And the
I
other
almost
one was
agree with them on that one. It's like,
Right.
well, you know, you're gonna get the guy fucking sued.
And here's the classic joke. When you remember, like when all these reality TV shows came out, like Eliminate and all that kind of stuff, which is like, if you're on TV desperately trying to get a joke, just stay home and masturbate. And that's like when the standards were like, whoa, can you say masturbate on American television?
Right.
Right. I don't know, on English television you probably can say that.
Yeah, I think you can say wank.
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 Diddle,
Yeah.
diddle the governor. There's a lot of euphemisms over there.
Wait, Bill Hicks principles. I'm going to read one of these. Okay. Principles of comedy. Number 1. There's 12. This is the first one. If you can be yourself on stage, nobody else can be you, and you have the law of supply and demand covered.
Wow.
So I don't agree with that. I like to just emulate others.
Do you?
Who have you chosen?
Just a few local guys. This is what an unfunny guy I am. I couldn't think of one guy to mention, so I just said local guys.
What about the Shucky guy?
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Hey, so when Bill got sick, he was gone within less than a year, right?
He was diagnosed in June, and he was gone by February the following year.
What kind of cancer did he have? Oh,
June to February.
Oh, pancreas is horrible.
Yeah.
And it was stage 4, I believe, when it was diagnosed. But it's an old man's disease. He was
That's 8
32.
months.
I don't think.
But he had it in his family, and he also the coolest thing about it is, I know a little bit about him too. Sorry, fellas.
I
He
love
was one
that
of
you're
my
here
heroes.
today, Dave. I
like
didn't
how
even know.
they're smirking at me. Yeah, you weren't sitting in a Red Roof Inn somewhere researching him. Anyway, he started smoking again once because he had quit, and then he started smoking again.
Said,
I think
"Fuck
it's
it."
balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pancreatic stage 4, you're fucking doomed. There's
done.
nothing you can do.
But at the same time, Bill did actually felt that he might pull through, and that he kind of saw it. He called it his wake-up call, not his death bell. And basically, as I'm sure Dave knows, went on and recorded another 2 albums after he was diagnosed. So Arizona Bay and Rantini Minor were both released posthumously after being engineered by Kevin Booth, and were recorded in the last 4 months of his life.
Wow.
So he just turned the motor up.
And he performed right to the end, right?
That's right. The last gig at Caroline's, right?
I heard
he didn't finish, but yes, he was.
I heard the gig at Caroline's was deeply depressing, and like Dave said, he didn't finish.
He
the
didn't
set.
finish what, the set or the week?
But everybody I know,
I believe the set.
Yeah.
He had to
Everybody
leave
I know-
early.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
I'm sorry. Everybody I know who was like, I was going to go see him, but I figured I'd see him the next night, and then he canceled, and it was like, damn, it was like the last time, like Elvis. Like
what was the first? How much time did he do on the last set? Do you know?
He did about 20 minutes, and then he was on a lot of morphine and painkillers at that time. So
he didn't sell any merch. Sorry, Jim.
Did he?
Jim, this was before merch. Handshakes, and just backslapping.
Did he tell the audience like I just can't go?
He just, as I understand it, said I can't go on and walked off stage. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Anyone have tape of that? I'm sure you guys try to
Yeah,
find
no,
it.
there's definitely going to be some tape on that.
There's none.
Well, that's great that you guys.
But the last show that he was recorded doing in its entirety was a place called Igby's, which is in LA.
Right.
And that was an amazing gig where he essentially kind of summed up not only what he was doing with his career, he announced it when he came on stage. Guys, this is going to be my last gig. You hear out my last ever gig. Maynard from Tool was in the audience, and there's gasps. People are going, no, what do you mean, really? And he just goes on to dissect not only what he's been through over the last 16 years as a comedian, attempting to try and get real, soul and spirit and voice out in America, but also, what the American public have chosen, which is Gallagher and Carrot Top.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, went off on this idea that audiences really, his big mission was to try and get people to think for themselves, and he felt that a lot of comedians were attempting to stop audiences thinking by distracting them. And essentially what he was doing was attempting to try and get that thinking muscle working.
Did he really name Carrot Top? Poor Carrot Top. He's such a nice guy. It's his last gig and he attacks you.
We've had him on too. He's all right.
He's
he makes fun of himself at this point. So,
but
he's banking.
He looks like a nice person.
Hey, when did he die after that gig? You just explained.
94?
That was November of '93, and he died
3 months
February
later.
of '94. Yeah.
3 months later. Jeez.
Rule number 2, or his principle number 2. The act is something you fall back on if you can't think of anything else to say. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I fall back on it a lot.
Well, I hope this movie does well for you guys, man. It was put together very, very, very nicely. I liked it.
I think we're just immensely appreciative that we've had so many people here in the States come out and say that they really do feel that Bill is somebody who should be remembered and that his work is still relevant. That timeless aspect to what he did means that he's still gaining fans now.
Let's get the plugs out there. So the movie American, the Bill Hicks Story. Release date April 8th in New York, April 15th in LA, and then hopefully you move on from there, right? Start spreading out.
It's going wide to like another 15 cities, and we're also 5 cities in Canada, and we're also available to get online, so you can go and check us out at the website AmericanTheMovie.com.
How cool is that? That's great. Thanks for doing that. As a comic who will never ever be in that league, I appreciate you guys doing this. So
yeah, there you go. Thanks, guys.
Opie, thanks, man.
We're going to continue with Dave Attell, and
how can I follow that?
Well, we got Bill Burr on the phone too.
Okay. What?
We're going to talk about the Anti-Social tour.
Yes.
These guys are.
We should use
way
these
bigger
guys
than
as
they're
like
telling you.
they can. You're like comedy experts, so you can kind of you're like archaeologists or something. Like like comedy from the beginning and all that kind of stuff.
We know about Bill, and we know about that kind of time period. Yeah.
Right. So when did you stop caring about comedy? Like 98? Did you hear about the Blue Collar tour? It really kind of ripped it up for a while. What do you think about those tours? That kind of. Is there something like in English? Is there something like in
London? I mean, it's kind of a different scene, isn't it?
Yeah, no, there's nothing like that at all in the UK. I mean, and comedy's still just as strong there as it ever was.
We have like Lee Evans and fucking Billy Connolly and one other guy will do the Wembley.
Rich Hall is big.
But we lose a lot of our good guys to you. I mean, obviously, people like Eddie Izzard and Russell Brand and Ricky Gervais were probably the 3 most successful stand-ups of the last sort of 5-10 years, and have all come over here, as you can see, making movies big time.
Now, I know Eddie did a comedy for a while, or did he do a lot of comedy? But Ricky and Russell, did they really do stand-up like the way we do it here? I mean, did they tour Sussex and, of course, Yorkshire and the debated Isle of Wight?
Leicestershire. And Leicestershire. Yeah.
Leicestershire.
Yeah. Russell Brand did.
Russell, did you? Eddie used to run his own comedy club.
I was just curious because I never knew what the road was like over there. What do you guys do?
Well, I think Eddie Izzard started out doing the Covent Garden kind of street performing stuff, and before he went on to do TV. But
here we have the Olive Garden. What do you think? Sorry, guys.
We don't understand that reference. But the thing that I think that Ricky Gervais upset a lot of people about was that he came on having not done any stand up at all, and immediately was selling out and huge, and was widely thought to be great. And I think he upset a lot of comics.
He's a good comic as far as his stand-up is.
I like his stand-up.
His performance is very natural. He's himself, but the material, is very. It's something you would the concept. It's something you would do very early, the nursery rhymes, breaking down what was the fucking egg-headed one? The guy on the wall,
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was. Like that. I think his performance to me was what was very impressive as opposed to the material.
He's very charming.
But Ricky came from the radio, so Ricky had done hundreds of hours on the radio.
Yeah.
That's where he
so does Jim.
Yeah.
What about Jim Norton?
And he
also known as Jim Norton.
Yeah, Jim Norton. David Brent is the best character ever on a television show is David Brent.
Who is he?
It's Gervais in The Original Office.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You've never seen The Original Office?
No.
Dude, it really.
I don't really watch the other one either.
Don't
worry about the American
new one
Office.
annoys me.
Although I must admit, when the American one came over, we were kind of ready to hate it, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, you guys over here are able to do something which we don't seem to be able to do in the UK, which is to get a series that runs for 8-10 series.
I liked it for the first 2 or 3, and then I've tapped out a long time ago.
Does it throw you off when you see our TV? I'm sorry to interrupt, but and you see all those commercials that we have in the middle of it? Does that throw you guys off when you watch American television?
No, we love commercials, man. We buy stuff.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take a break. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. American, the Bill Hicks Story.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to continue with Dave Attell, and Bill Burr is on the phone. Stay there. Hey, Jimmy, we're looking for the most annoying 30 seconds of Opie and Anthony show-based audio you could come up with. You want to give them an example of, not 30 seconds, certainly. Some annoying fucking sounds. Wait, can you turn down the music? Because someone might use this. Now you got to do it again.
I don't want to cough again. See how that hurts?
That hurts. All right, now you could manipulate what Jimmy just did You can edit it, add your own original sounds to it. We don't care. Just send us 30 seconds of incredibly annoying audio, and you can win $2,000 courtesy of that guy down there in Philly, Steven Singer Jewelers. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com today. Contest ends at noon on April 22nd. That's coming soon, right? A couple weeks? 2 weeks from tomorrow. Go to SiriusXM.com/thevirus for official rules and complete details.
Coming up on the next episode of The Spectacular Suicide, the notorious villain Anger Man is hurling helpless children from the windows of the Little Lepers orphanage to the streets below. Who can stop this deranged, diabolical, demented mastermind?
Nobody can stop me. I'm invincible. Come here, little Timmy. Would you like to see? Would you like to see if you can fly?
Come on, stupid door. I'm kicking you. Now open. Oh, wait.
Doorknob. Stop it right there, Anger Man.
Suicide.
That's right.
Hey, right where you are. Don't come any closer, or I'll throw another hopeless child to the streets below.
This ends right now, Anger Man. Leave those children alone, or I'll...
Or you'll... What?
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 What? Okay, bye.
That's what I thought.
Up and away! Oh, crap, I forgot. I can't fly. My leg!
Earn statement. I'm unstoppable.
Stay tuned for another episode of The Spectacular Suicide, where Police Commissioner Vic Dumb calls upon suicide to stop another diabolical villain.
Sirius 197 XM 202. The Virus. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Never was on it?
Nah, we never had Mitch. I was just telling Dave Attell I basically met Mitch Hedberg the day before he died at Caroline's, more or less. I think it might have been, I think he had one more show after that. But went backstage, met him. He was so freaking cool. We exchanged numbers. He's like, I heard of you guys, want to do your show. I'm like, well, let's do this. And he was dead literally like a day later.
Wow. Yeah, no, he was great on radio. He was horrible. Like, cause he, people don't know that he would perform with his eyes closed. So I remember in the beginning when we go out and do radio, and this was you guys are cool, but it's like one of those so trying to set up his jokes. So it's like, so I heard you had a problem with koalas in your house, which is giving away his joke about an infant state. People always have an infestation of whatever, cockroaches, but it's never something cute and adorable like koalas or anything like that. So it was horrible to watch, but it was hilarious because, we had all been up all night doing our thing.
And,
we got Bill Burr on.
Oh,
Bill.
good.
Oh, Bill. From one Bill to the other Bill. Let's see if Bill Burr can follow the legacy of Bill Hicks.
What's up, Bill?
What's going on, guys?
Sorry about the bad timing. We had the Bill Hicks guys on when you were calling in. So
no, that was I actually got to listen to a lot of it. It was really interesting.
Bill is promoting. We're doing Anti-Social, but Bill is also promoting Cheat. It's his film with Joe DeRosa. It's Bill and Bob Kelly. And it's at the Tribeca Film Festival. And if you want details of the showings and when it's going to air and the different times you can go see it, www.cheatthemovie.com. And that's congratulations on getting into the festival.
What is that about?
I can't really give it away.
Yeah, because the movie's only 15 minutes long, so if you talk about it at all...
15 minutes long, yeah, and it kind of set it up like it's going to be one thing, and then it makes a left turn. So if I say what it's about, I'm going to ruin it.
But it's up
15
for
minutes long?
It's up for awards, right?
Sure.
No offense, Bill, but that's really a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't it be called a short? I think Dave's right.
Yeah, I mean, you sit down with your lady, hey, you want some jujubes, you want a little popcorn, you come back, it's over? Is that it? Let's get those English kids in here and see what they think.
Yeah, shorts are basically extended commercials. It's a really long commercial.
Well, I'm looking at a picture of you three, and wow, nice. It says Cheat, and there's Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, and Bob Kelly.
It's kind of like...
yeah.
I like the fact that Bob looks thin in that. You shot him the way they fucking shot Brando for the cover of Apocalypse Now.
in shadows. Yeah. Lots of shadows around Bob
The
Kelly.
island of Dr. Moreau.
Well, fuck, I got 3 out of the 4 in here for the Anti-Social fucking tour. That's pretty cool, and this thing seems to be taking off there, Jim Norton.
Yeah, we're our pre-sale for Vegas is today and yesterday.
How are we doing?
I haven't found pre-sale numbers yet. It's July 3rd in Vegas. Ticketmaster, and the password is network. And we're also on sale in DC, which I should probably know the date of that, but I don't. The DC is
May 13th.
Oh, thanks, Bill. May 13th at Dark Constitution Hall, which is selling very well. And we're the opening night of the Chicago Festival, June 15th. And that's a Wednesday night, but it's the opening night of the festival, and we're selling very well there, too.
Are we going to dress up for that one,
We
guys?
certainly are. Something Chicago-ish.
That wouldn't be bad.
Like the St. Valentine's Massacre. We could all be gangsters.
That's pretty cool. This thing is going to take off, it seems like. You're going to be adding more dates?
We have another date. I can't announce the city yet because the person who's helping us is going to be announcing the city.
And
once it's
Toledo.
Toledo.
Yeah, Toledo. And you guys obviously compliment each other, very well. The show in Atlantic City was fucking awesome.
Yes, thanks for coming to that, by the way.
Every fucking comic killed. It was great.
That was a great time and a great crowd, and I think we kind of like tested it out, right?
Yeah.
We got it all together, and now we all know what we're going to do.
Foxwoods is sold. I mean, that's
It is?
sold out, yeah.
And I told the story on the air, but now that Dave's here, I got to say it again. I'm the biggest fucking asshole because after the show, I go up to Dave Attell and I go, "You really ride buses?" You had me convinced.
I took a bus down.
I'm like, this guy obviously is doing well in comedy, but he's so rogue and wants to get material. He's riding on buses to gigs.
What? Anti-social comedy.
What happened?
I've never seen the website.
Yeah, well, I'm one bad gig away from riding a bus.
Right.
Just like I'm like the new jitney driver. For those things. What happened with that? Did you guys remember that?
What?
The
Which
jitney,
one?
like that horrible massacre with a car was, and like a lot of people died.
Oh, 15 people or something, right?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
So we got to watch that. We got to drive safely to our gigs.
Yeah, please. It's important to us.
I was leaving a casino.
That's how most people get to our gigs, from Chinatown.
From a
Take the bus.
So what's up, Bill?
Nothing. I am sitting in my laundry room. It's like with the door closed, so I don't wake up my girl and my psycho pit bull dog.
Yeah,
laundry room.
I was talking to Jimmy the other day on the air, actually, because Jimmy's trying to finally go out and see shit when he's on the road. And I go, fucking Bill plans his whole schedule around sporting events, so he gets to check out stuff in these cities.
Yeah, I got to do something because it just becomes airport and cheesecake factories everywhere you go, and it just, I don't know. It makes me go crazy, and I get like fucking writer's block.
Yeah, well, Jimmy finally checked out a prison and the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Finally did something.
But the San Quentin, you would have liked it. Yeah, me and Quentin.
I've been there. Oh, you went to San Quentin? No,
Yeah, which was
not
nice.
Alcatraz. The Alcatraz thing is cool enough.
Yeah,
but
that's
then you went to the fucking
an active prison. Yeah, we got to go into San Quentin.
How'd you get in the? How'd you do that?
The CO is a fan, so he sent me an email. Me and Kenny were on the yard, but there was a chickenpox outbreak, so like a lot of the convicts were confined. Well, we went into one of the dorms. It was just all prisoners. We didn't go onto the cell block just because the chickenpox outbreak prevented it. But next time I'm in town, we will.
Yeah. At San Quentin, did you do like a little act for like the guards or something? Or
No. I was going to entertain the prisoners. I was going to like stand on the table where all the Latin prisoners are. I figured they would enjoy that. Look what I'm doing. What are you going to do about it?
Johnny Cash songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was a little different when Johnny was there.
Would you go from table to table and entertain each different gang and ethnicity?
Yes.
And are you that good?
I would just do really racist jokes, but I would just use whatever ethnicity I had just left. Like I would make fun of the Mexicans to the fucking blacks and the blacks to the whites.
The northern Mexicans versus the other. Like they even break it down like that.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
They'd probably lose me there.
Too many locked up abroads. Too many locked up raw shows.
Yeah, I got a bunch of fucking locked up abroad jokes. We locked up abroad. What did they put a girl in jail?
Fucking shit.
All right.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Jesus.
I'm excited about this next tour because I haven't been to Foxwood in a long time. This next one, you know. Were you just there? Or?
I was there actually, maybe 8 months ago.
Okay.
A while
That's
ago.
pretty good.
And
good turnaround.
I'm happy we sold it because it's not in the type of location that AC is, where there's a fucking million people can get to it. So the fact that people want to come out to it is
Are you guys going to continue with the Q&A?
Yo, yeah, I love doing that at the end.
Just fucking around with each other?
Yeah, Attell is the funniest one of those.
Sing some songs.
Well, yeah, maybe sing some songs.
That was very.
Go out like the Rat Pack.
I like to call it. It's set up. Other guy leaving you hanging. It's not really much of a Q&A.
Yeah, we really are awkward on stage.
Yes.
It's like, so Bill, didn't you go down to Virginia recently? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's like an improv group. It's like an improv group that's like just each one of them are thinking going to law school, but they don't want to tell the other guys. You know, it's like. But Bill definitely rocked out. You had a great set, and that's a hard spot being the first guy. Well, Jim, you set it up very nicely. I think you set the tone perfectly.
I like having a guy in front of me, though. The first show was the worst one for me, and it was still good, but the guy doing 3 or 4 minutes before me helps a lot.
Are you going to mix up the lineup among yourselves, I mean?
Yeah, I mean...
like, instead maybe have, I don't know, Brewer come out first, and you, like, close it, or...
Those guys can do whatever they want to do. I'm hosting it.
You're definitely hosting.
Yeah, I got the cake gig is hosting it.
Jim, you got to come out like Joe Torre with the lineup card before every show.
I think we should let the audience pick the lineup by their Twitter, blah, blah, something gay.
Blah, blah,
or we can go old school, like if a guy like has 2 clunker jokes in a row, then the audience like, that's some corny motherfucker. Then the other guy walks out throwing glitter on him and, you know, that kind of... No? All right. I'm not really in the idea area of the tour. I'm just going to show up on time.
I like to. This is the fun part of hosting. Is like I kind of know what the guys are going to do because I've seen it a few times. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll bring new stuff to this gig.
No. But I mean, I like to hit on the same topics that they're going to hit on and
really fuck them up.
That is great.
No, it just kind of gets the crowd in the mood to hear about like whatever Dave's going to talk about. I'll do a few similar things first, or Bill.
Well, have you started talking about Japan at all, or no?
I have not yet. No.
Yeah, it's still it's hard.
Yeah,
it really is.
I will, but I mean, I just haven't.
I mean, I'm just trying to be politically correct, but yes, I am. So.
Oh, good.
So yeah, if you can save me that sweet plum,
I'm sure you'll have it.
Fucking Japan,
Jesus. Bill, have you been on the road? Have you been touring?
Yeah. I go out every other week. It's not like I'm making a bunch of acting work out here. I always like that when people ask, how long is your tour going? It's like, no, this is what I do. It's every other week for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it never ends. You're getting sick of looking at ballparks at this point, right?
It's like the National Guard, basically. You're in it.
Oh yeah, at this point, I'm going to like a Florida Panthers game. Like I've been to all the good ones. I don't even give a shit.
Oh shit! You're going to be checking out high school sports eventually.
Well, this could be great as your side career as a handicapper to help find the new something March Madness something. Hello.
I actually did all right this year in betting football. I bet every game, and I came out right around 500, which evidently is good.
500K?
I didn't know.
No, just my average.
Oh,
I didn't know you
50-50.
I didn't know you bet there, Bill. I had no idea.
Jimmy, all right?
I don't do it in a stupid way. I just had like one friend. We gamble with each other, and it's like it's under $1,000. It's nothing.
Yeah, not a lot of action.
It doesn't get crazy. Yeah, I don't sit there like fucking Sonny Liston with my boxing gloves still on.
Oh, was he that bad?
Blackjack.
Was he that bad?
Liston?
Was he a bad gambler?
Oh, yeah, he would win a purse and towel off and go down into the crap table.
Holy shit!
Wow. Did he die broke?
Towel off. He's sitting there in the robe. That's great.
Yeah, there's actually a picture of him. It was obviously posed, but he was still... I mean, I refuse to believe that he just, didn't even put a shirt on, but it's him sitting at I think a blackjack table. He looks really sad.
Could you find that there, Sam?
He was killed,
Sonny
I
Liston?
think. Wasn't he killed by the mob, supposedly?
It's kind of like the Marilyn Monroe kind of mysterious ending thing. Like, you don't know if it was his lifestyle or if, yeah.
Oh, okay. How old was he? He was young.
I don't know.
You know, I wasn't really prepared for all these in-depth.
You know what? I apologize.
It was a throwaway line, Jimmy. Jesus.
I caught myself. Bill does a funny line about Sonny Liston, and I'm acting like you're his fucking biographer.
All of a sudden, we're talking about the documentary that Bill made.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah, it's a show of death in here.
Right.
Fame, ain't it a bitch? I'll be right back with the Sonny Liston story.
Hey, what do you think of your stupid Bruins? They got a shot this year?
No, we don't have a Crosby Ovechkin level guy to get us over the top. I mean, Dave Attell could tell you that, but I think we're just going to get.
I don't know anything about sports. I thought I was going to talk about the Black Swan when I came in here. What happened?
You don't do sports, Dave, at all?
Make it to like Eastern Conference Finals, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Did you hear though on the Black Swan that Natalie Portman didn't do all the dancing?
What?
That ruined it for me.
Yeah, me too. I was like, she's an angel.
Yeah,
Wait
so
a minute,
disappointed.
So she just did the acting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She won the Oscar without dancing.
And danced a little
She just
bit.
did the easy part.
Right. 80%?
No, she did 80% of the dancing, and she did 100% of the fake bulimia shots of throwing up. it's like can you imagine like saying to a skinny actress, "Okay, what you're going to do is like you're going to eat and then you're going to throw it. I got this. I know what it. All right." Let me make it my own. I just did it an hour before this. I thought that movie was good. You guys didn't like it?
It was really good.
Jim, I could see you taking a special lady out to see...
an evening at the opera, perhaps? Some ballet? Yes. I would always I'd blow the ending, though. Just with the swan ties.
I fucking didn't see Black Swan.
It was good.
I know. I should check it out.
Well, you know, of course, at the casino, that has that's somebody's name. Foxwood. But... you know, the best part about Foxwood, it's not just a great show with great entertainers like us, and I'm sure the week after it's like a Tony Bennett or something like that, for somebody really big. But they have that really cool like mall. It's in. Have you been there, man?
Yeah,
it's like
it's a great. I would love to go.
Yeah, like you can hang out and like you can like shop around. They got a waterfall. It's very. You
don't feel like you're in a casino.
You don't. You feel like a futuristic world.
I think it's the biggest, honestly, the biggest hotel in the world as far as footage is concerned, or square footage. I think it's the biggest hotel in the world.
No way. Really?
Yeah, I believe it is.
When's the Foxwoods date again?
April 30th.
Oh, that's soon. I'm fucking going to that one.
Saturday right after
night.
Passover.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the Jewish fans of the show, which
I think we're all there. I think the whole show's going. I think Ant will be in gambling. Come on.
We should invite those English guys to come. What do you think?
I had a feeling they didn't really know much about comedy. They knew a lot about Bill Hicks stuff.
They didn't like us. I know that.
You know what? I was on hold, and that was really annoying me. The way they always make America look like we're morons. Like, what moment in comedy did America pick Gallagher and Carrot Top? We didn't pick Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Bill Cosby, Sam Kinison.
Lenny Bruce.
Picking those guys in high school.
Right. But it's so funny how there's like so many holes in American comedy. It's like Mark Twain. Okay, Gallagher, you know. It's like it was a couple hundred years. There had to be somebody funny somewhere in between there.
And then there was another. Somebody said, wasn't Kinison biting off of Bill Hicks? And out here at the store, I was talking to those guys who've been around for a while, and it was kind of the other way around a little bit, where you know Kinison hit in '86 and had the trench coat and was making the references to the devil. And Kinison is one of the most, I think, underrated comedians of all time.
I absolutely agree. You're right.
Just because, like, I don't think I ever saw a guy get consumed by fame the way he did, how fast
what about
he
Jim?
dropped off. Like, he had, like, that first special he had that he taped at the Roxy, and then he was unfucking believable.
Amazing.
Just him doing stand-up, and then, like, 5 years later, he's coming out with chicks on dog leashes, and he's playing guitar, and it just...
Well,
I guess it's kind of on him because he did that.
I was going to say, didn't he blow it himself by trying to do the rock thing?
Well, I mean...
What happens to you guys where you decide you got to do something else instead of just continue with the comedy?
Because there's the epitome of fame to everybody is a rock star.
Right.
I don't care if you're an actor, a fucking athlete, a comic. To be a rock star is something, and comedians start to get to that thing where we want to be. You think like that's the ideal thing is to be a rock star, but we're not. So when comics start to think they're sexy, or they start to think that they're rock and roll, that to me, the only guy that can pull off the combination at all is Brewer. But Brewer has been kind of integrating those things for fucking 20 years. I mean, that like legitimately is what he loves.
And Brewer also comes at it from a fan of music. He's
Yes.
not coming at it like...
That's true.
Now that I've done the comedy thing, now I'm going to be a rock star.
You guys are missing the obvious, too. The jokes are there. when he's imitating rock stars and stuff. He's got the jokes also. Like when Kinison did Wild Thing, there was nothing funny about it. He really wanted a real good version of Wild Thing out there.
And Bill's right, by the way, about like them thinking in England that our comic, it's like they're very PC in England. Kent Livingston, the fucking ex-mayor of fucking London, was a big kind of a liberal guy about Islam, and you can't fuck with Islam in England. They don't like it. It's like,
well, they'll blow up the club.
Yeah. They're very fucking PC in England.
Yes.
They're not these dangerous, edgy thinkers. It's just what they consider completely inappropriate, maybe a little bit different, and they're not as bad with sex.
Yeah.
I'm just really sick of those guys coming to our country telling us how dumb we are.
It's enraging.
It's fucking one of the most, I went over there a year ago, and they have their American Idol over there, and there was these two twins. One was named Jerry and one was named Edward. They were like 15 years old, and they went on stage with the stage name Jedward, and they were huge. They were like doing Vanilla Ice songs. They have their pop culture horse shit. I'm getting tired of that fucking snooty horse shit from those people.
Well, you're off the tour, okay?
Yeah, we don't go for that type of talk.
We'll never play Sussex.
In America, they were choosing Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans. They're fucking annoying.
I would love to have seen you over there, Bill, having to... Because I know the one joke that always killed over there when I would do shows was like, how much our politics suck. You know, it's like, our politics, Bush, he's a whatever. You know, it's like, I'm not a big supporter of anybody about it. It was just like making fun of American politics, America, like how stupid we are, like, with, our wars and all that kind of stuff. From a country that's had, like, I don't know, 100 wars to our 1 or 2, our 12 wars or something like that. They could definitely
They trash our foreign policy. So you should.
But we have the same foreign policy. It's so weird, But I don't know anything about their celebrities, unless they come here.
Right.
I don't know until I see them with Jeremy Irons doing something. I don't know. I don't know any of them.
I don't know enough about.
I've never seen anything like. I would never go to England and just go on a radio show and just start openly trashing England.
I would.
But when you do it from a comedy sense, I wouldn't come from this pompous. I don't know.
Well,
I think he was doing that, but they always seem to come over here and talk about how fucking stupid we are. And I went over there; they're just as dumb as we are. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
We weren't talking.
Sitting in a pub.
We weren't taking them seriously because they sounded so silly. So,
And I don't know any English. I don't know that many British comics, but I don't know one British comic who is as socially poignant as Pryor. I mean, or Carlin or Lenny. Were any of those guys socially relevant? I mean, I'm sure they have them.
I don't know, Jimmy. I was too busy watching Carrot Top and Gallagher.
Oh, yeah, I don't go for Pryor either. I think he stinks. I prefer just to bounce a ball and make fart noises.
Gallagher won't do our show anymore?
Why
Did Roland tell that story on the air yet? Yeah. He
Why?
did?
Yeah, he said it,
He got an actual email back from Gallagher. Is Roland around?
I'm
Quickly?
not sure.
Yeah.
You got to hear why Gallagher will not do our show anymore.
He's a fucking weirdo anyway.
I thought he just had a health problem. I thought he
had a minor heart attack on stage.
Local news out here.
Yeah.
His house was getting foreclosed, and he was selling shit from his act. I swear to God.
Yeah, it was deeply.
He only wanted fans to get it. It was actually kind of sad.
It was deeply depressing because he's upper 60s now, and we saw him day trading. So maybe he's a shitty day trader.
I sat with him for an hour while he did it. We had fun with him. Was he on again after I wasn't here?
That's the most depressing.
Well, yeah. The problem was he was on after K-Rock when we accused him of being a racist.
Yeah.
How could he be a racist?
Wasn't that the Patrice?
That was the Patrice thing.
Patrice fucking cut him down.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Opie,
it's the watermelon guy. That's what Patrice does.
What is this war on white comedy?
He didn't like the watermelons being wasted.
Opie, actually, you started it.
Gallagher.
How did I start it?
You asked him if he liked black people, and he didn't like that question.
Well,
and then Patrice went, and then Patrice started calling him Leo, which is his real first
name,
and he really hated it.
He doesn't want people to know that, I guess. We learned the hard way.
That doesn't ruin it for me, though.
He did not like Patrice.
That doesn't ruin his act.
I think we replayed that recently, right?
Leo.
Yesterday.
But Roland, I don't know where he's at, but he said that he was emailing Gallagher, and Gallagher emailed him and said, I was already near death once. I can't risk dying on your show again.
Ah.
Oh, he maybe thought he had a bad appearance.
Sounds like we have a replacement for 2.5 Men. I like his style. He's crazy.
We thought he had a great appearance. He didn't see it that way.
He didn't like it.
He got the Smash stuff, too, so...
Did he do it in the studio?
Hell fucking yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That really does suck.
Mm-hmm.
God, it sucks being a comic really, like, when you're old, you know? Unless you're, like, really, like, you know, like, respected and everything. Otherwise, it really just, like, you have to get on a cruise ship. And what are you going to do, Jim?
I don't know.
You know, now that you say that, you never see old comics.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I
don't see old comics.
Sure. Colin?
Out in Vegas.
Colin.
Bill, what are you going to do? What's your
Vegas?
plan? What's your plan B, Bill?
I'm going to go with the landlocked cruise ship that is Las Vegas. I'm going to do one of those off the strip sort of. I'll do a comedy review.
How about an online comedy school? We can all run it. We could be professors.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. We can make guest
we can do a
appearances.
Group shop where we're wearing black frame glasses and lab coats.
That'd be great. And we can put like a graduation hat on a dog and glasses, like Professor Ruff. Oh, man, that'll be good.
Rolling in studio. So what did Gallagher say? This is an actual email?
Yeah, I just basically say...
he has email?
First, I called him. He was at Walmart. I said, it's Roll from O&A. And he goes, oh, God, don't kill me. And then he hung up.
Right.
I emailed him. He said, I don't want to die on your show again. I just had a heart attack.
Is he okay?
Is he all right?
Tell him he had a good appearance.
He had a great appearance.
Exactly.
I did, but he just said...
Say we promise not to have any, and then just spell it out.
Send him a basket of hams and cheeses.
A fruit basket that he can smash.
Yeah.
Send him a beautiful sampling of different cheeses. Oh, fuck. See? Comics don't live... That's what it is. Right, Bill? You're a young guy. You take care of yourself. You work out. Right?
I try to. Yeah, you know, I eat the granola.
Yeah, I know, but don't you also, like, hit the gym? You're a gym guy.
He's a gym rat.
I've actually become an LA fag out here. I go hiking with my dog.
Watch out for the coyotes.
Next stop, hot yoga. I like it hot.
Yeah, right down the
Jimmy's
street.
done hot yoga, Dave.
I did
You
it
are?
I did it twice, and
You suck.
I really am a fucking fruit. I
Yeah.
wish I would have went back, though. It's so good for you.
That's so white of you.
I know.
Like, I want to work out. I had a spiritual awakening. I need two things at one time. I'm so busy being white. I'm a white person.
No, I was, I did fucking 2 days of it, and the girls were phenomenal.
Really?
But I'm going to go back, man. It's so healthy, and I just want to be healthy.
You do?
I do.
Jim does that class with a semi, the entire thing, sniffing the mat.
Yeah, you're there for the girls, obviously.
No. I really for the exercise.
You're not going for the exercise.
Dude, I'm beyond looking at naughtiness in a fucking thing. If it's, I need a girl who's gonna put her asshole in my face. Yoga's not gonna do much for me.
I'm sorry.
The yoga pants don't do it?
I love
You're
them.
way
but
past that?
I'm
you
too
can't
busy
appreciate that anymore?
Doing hot yoga, you're not thinking about fucking anybody in the room. I'm just like,
really?
All you're thinking about is I'm gonna have fucking drop dead. There's no way I'm gonna make
that
90
bad,
minutes.
huh?
Oh, it's brutal.
Wow.
Fucking Bill's
Did you squeeze? Are you like not to use the reference again, but Brando in Apocalypse Now? Do you get when you get tired? Do you squeeze that washcloth over your shaved head?
Yeah, and I gently, I skip pat my hands across my fucking head. The little skippy patter of his hands across his fucking head. That's great.
Oh, that was the longest reference ever. I was running to get to the washcloth.
It's okay. It was well worth it. It's a fucking gem.
Hey guys, what do you think of Charlie Sheen? He's
what's been happening with him?
How did the latest show go?
I think Columbus did well.
Good.
What's the latest on Columbus? That's where Jimmy's going to be this weekend. The Funny Bone
Tomorrow,
Head to
Saturday.
head.
Yeah, but what?
5 shows.
How was the Columbus show for Charlie?
They said it was good.
Why is it good?
No, I mean the crowd reacted well, I should say.
Huh.
No, because he finally agreed to have someone come out there and do like an inside the actor's studio thing. They just ask him questions.
Good.
That's what he needs. He just needs the questions to be asked, and then he kind of goes off, as opposed to the video interactive thing he was doing, I guess.
Well, you know what it is? The crowd still, they probably think it's being improv then. So it's like, then they're like, yeah, he might say anything.
You know, if you guys could stop being so bitter for a second, maybe you should support a new comic. He just started, by
I
the
think
way.
he's terrific.
Just started.
I'm very happy for him. Godspeed.
There was no bitterness in that. I mean, I couldn't go out and workshop an hour.
Yeah,
You know?
just starting in comedy at Radio City Music
Yeah,
Hall.
really.
That shouldn't piss
I
off
know.
a few you guys.
It's like my favorite joke. How do I get to Carnegie Hall practice?
But that is
one of the great. The funniest thing about his tour so far was all the crowd reaction shots when they were walking out in
Detroit.
In Detroit, yeah.
Sure.
Like, what did they think they were going to see? This one guy's like, "I paid $300 for these tickets." Like,
and in Detroit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's three houses.
Yeah,
you can buy a house. You're right.
They walked out to the hopeless.
They're knocking down entire blocks in that city and just planting crops. I think they're like going in the opposite direction.
It is. It's a Book of Eli out there.
They changed the city limits too.
Yeah,
To
only two. I was going to do a racial joke, so.
But I don't know. I ran out of steam anyway because I forgot why they did it. I tried to sound smart, and then I completely blew it.
They changed the city limits. Only two people with wearing purple suits on the city council at one time who believe God is talking to them directly.
Well, you lost Jimmy again.
Jim, are you all right?
I'm fine,
He's
Dave.
pulling a Gallagher. Get him out of here. Get those English guys to use some of their medicines.
All right. Hey, Bill, you promoting anything besides Anti-Social?
And what's the website?
I didn't know we were allowed to promote other shows besides.
Fuck yeah.
that.
What do you got going on, David?
Wow, this is a real Wild West. I thought it was all about the...
Whatever you want to promote.
Whatever, man.
Well,
The Anti-Social selling itself.
I'm going to be in Raleigh at Good Nights starting Friday, Saturday.
Have you been there recently? It's phenomenal.
I haven't been there, no.
Fucking great, that club. Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about that.
I loved it.
That was one of the best clubs in the country, and I'm glad to be going back, so I'm glad to do that. I'm sorry to step on Bill's plug, but go ahead.
Bill, you got something?
Yeah, I'm at the Tower Theater in Philly.
Whoa,
Saturday night,
that's a
April
nice one.
April when?
Sorry.
April 9th.
This Saturday?
Night.
Saturday.
Oh, good, buddy.
Who are you doing it with?
Me and the teen idol from the Opie and Anthony show, Joe DeRosa.
Joey.
Oh, there you go. He's a local boy.
Yeah.
Dude,
Philly boy.
Local boy done good.
That's going to be a great show.
Yes,
He
phenomenal.
directed this short film, by the way. Did a hell of a job.
Boring. What? I'm sorry.
Tower Theater. Fuck, I got to go to that show. I think I'm going to be down there, too.
And what is the website for the film if people want to see when they can go see it at Tribeca?
www.cheatthemovie.com.
Cheatthemovie.com.
Yeah, we got the movie trailer up there, and I think that's about it.
But the movie trailer is like a tenth of the film.
No, actually, with the short film, the
Short
movie
film,
trailer's only 5 seconds.
right?
Joe DeRosa directed that film?
Yes, he
Bill?
did.
I give you credit. He's the most morose, funny guy I've ever met in my life. It must have been like, and I need to like sit alone quietly. I just realized there's no point. We live in a world of horrors. But,
all right, Bill,
Bill, you're a double threat. That's what we're saying. We're lucky to have Bill on the tour. Am I right, Jim?
Bill's been fucking destroying every show, man.
He really is, yeah.
But I mean
It's
ruining
all
it.
silly faces in the F word.
Nah, you've been,
years.
dude, you have new stuff every time. You've been fucking killing.
Yeah.
Brewer's been brilliant too. I mean, literally. I mean, even if I didn't like an act on the show, I wouldn't say it because it'd be self-destructive.
You
But
can tell me. I'm right here, dude.
No,
I came in for this.
I
so.
enjoy you. It's just my face didn't look like it. But I was fucking. I love everyone on the show, man. The fucking shows have been amazing.
The four years, it's a perfect lineup. It really is.
Well, I like how you kept it all white.
Yes.
All white men. I thought that was such a real. That took a lot of courage.
Some of my agents
Old
office.
school.
Yeah, well, someone in my agent's office said, "Well, would you maybe want to use a black comic?" I fired him.
You did.
You're fired.
Fired.
But yeah, no, the guys I wanted are the guys we got, and opening night in Chicago is going to be great too at that festival because TBS will promote it.
Now, I think you're the comedian picking key.
Yeah, I am.
Well, he's the brains of the show. Yeah.
Bill, we're gonna let you go. Anything else on your mind? You good?
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. We'll see. You should have came in a day early so you could have done our show before the Philly thing.
No, I just figured I'd do a phoner and sort of peter out about 7 minutes in.
That's great, man.
It was fine, Bill.
That's the problem with this tour. Commitment. Commitment.
All right, Bill Burr. Thank you, sir.
See you,
Have a
Bill.
good trip, man.
All right, guys. I'll be in town in a couple of weeks. I'm definitely going to come in.
All right, buddy. See you
Good.
soon.
See you then.
All right.
All right. I think we did it.
Yes.
I think it's.
You did everything you needed to do today, Dave?
I think my days. My
did
days
great.
are starting, but
You carried the Bill Hicks interview. It was terrific.
You think so?
And we all got posters and T-shirts.
Yeah, well, I like that. That was pretty cool. Actually, for the guys like that must have been hard, like getting through airport security from England, all that merch. Who is this guy? Well, he was a legendary comic, right? I know there's some kind of embedded terror thing on this, but no, thanks for having me in, guys, and it's always good to hang with you guys.
And David in Raleigh this weekend, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good show.
Yeah,
and then of course we got 2 shows in May, don't we?
Yeah, we got DC the 13th, and
you're gonna take it up a notch for DC, right?
June 5th. I would hope so. Yeah,
right?
Couldn't be as bad as it has been.
We got to talk about the budget, the government shutting down.
Yeah, let's do a lot of political stuff. Let's walk down Washington Street.
Let's pass the bucket and open up the memorial or something, huh?
This is what a dummy I am. I said Washington Street instead of Pennsylvania Avenue.
What does this shutdown even fucking mean?
But does that mean...
I know I still got to pay my taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
They still will get your taxes, right? If the government shuts down, we don't have to pay taxes.
But let's say like you were really rich, okay? You guys all have, everybody in this room is
might have a few
bucks, right? I know you're on an island.
Let's downplay. We have a few bucks.
But let's say you just won a Powerball in Albany. Okay?
Nice.
You could take that money and keep the government open for like 10 minutes. Wouldn't that be great? And you get to run it Albany style, I think the answer is deep dish pizza. Hey, you, take off that skirt, put on some sweatpants, and no makeup. No makeup. We need better snow blowers. Can't we hook plows up to the tanks and hit 2 things at once? Sorry, I'm ripping. I'll have it down by the time I hit Fox, but I definitely will.
No worries. The fucking I don't know what that means, though.
What?
The government shutdown.
Shutting down. Don't you get it?
Then what happens?
I don't know. It's air traffic controllers are asleep. Planes are cracking open like Easter eggs. It's
is it like
it's all falling
Glenn Beck
apart.
left? What?
Is it like when they have a holiday?
Yeah,
one of those presidential holidays.
So we can park wherever we want, right?
Yeah,
like even on the lawn, like right. The White House. Right? I wonder what Obama's like. He's gonna have to like the security guys do, like totally like a Def Jam. Like, oh, here you go. He's like gonna have to pull out a wad of cash. Okay, just watch me till I get to my car. All right, come on, be cool.
I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. I guess we're done for today. We're taking tomorrow off.
Yeah,
you guys flying?
I'm gone.
We're going to do a couple days next week, and then we're going to shut it down for a little bit. So we'll do Monday and Tuesday next week. I think we got Paul Reiser.
Yeah, Monday.
Oh.
Monday we got Paul Reiser.
Ricky Gervais coming in.
Oh, cool.
Sometime next week, yeah.
Who else?
You can retort.
I'm waiting on some other things, trying to see if they come in Tuesday.
Who? Let's do it right now live.
Who?
Who do you want? And I'll tell you right to your face if we want him or not. Let's go.
Scott Bakula.
No.
All right.
I don't know. I forgot the list in the office.
No, he doesn't want to do it because
The astronaut husband of the woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
exactly.
a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't we get the housewife guy?
Which one?
What are we going to talk
Andy.
to him about?
The host, Andy Cohen?
Yeah. Kenny watches Housewives.
I wouldn't know Andy Cohen if he fucking sat next to me.
He's a fucking
Great line on my part.
It sucks when the guy who books the show is like, who? What?
No,
Yeah,
no,
isn't that wonderful?
Andy Cohen's good, though. I like him.
Roland's being very political.
Oh, I see.
He's
yeah,
smarter
he
than
doesn't
we
wanna-
are.
I see. He's doing.
He doesn't blow things up on the air like we do.
How about some of the cast of the new hit show, The Borgias, on Showtime?
They were here a month ago.
Oh, okay.
See, he knew, though.
I want to get somebody from Kings of Leon.
How about an audience member from Spider-Man and the Charlie Sheen Show? Fight it out.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Roland,
how
thanks
about-
for
that's it.
nothing. Yeah, it's just not.
How about the dog that survived the tsunami? Get him in. The one that saved the other dog? That would be great. Did you see that one? That was heartwarming. Even Jim.
I know. I like that because it didn't go in any really unpleasant areas.
Don't you love, like, I know the show's over and everything, but don't you love when a zoo animal, like an endangered animal, is born to a zoo parent and it's rejected by the mother?
Yes.
Which is, like, totally cool because it's support of all the, kind of lesbian zoo women that jump in. Like, I'll mother it. I'll stay up all night holding this dangerous animal. But, like, it's like the mother, like they give the mother, like, there's no, like, you're a horrible mother. Like nobody, like, takes them out, like, whatever. An Oprah, I guess, which would be like the, another animal would take. Hello? Can you guys help me?
I think
Why you guys really do leave a guy hanging?
I'm agreeing with you.
No, you're agreeing by yawning? Is that it?
I was gonna say, like,
the animal mother abandonment, which in the human world is whatchamacallit.
Makes you a bad mother.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the lesbians are probably happy to mother something that they didn't have to take a cock to fucking...
That is
take
it.
a cock to
That
get.
is it.
There's the punchline, Dave.
That is it. There's no celebrity. There'll be no buffet after this show for us. No celebrity.
Right.
Jim, you're not going to use your power to keep the buffet open an extra
No
hour.
craft services.
The show continues with Sam next, I guess, live after O&A. Is that
Yes,
what this
it
is called?
does.
Yes.
All right, so we'll do a quick break. Just a break. You don't have
Sorry
to
I was
do
late,
the whole
guys,
thing.
by the way.
No worries, Dave. We'll see you soon. Dave Attell, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
And taking tomorrow off, but we'll do Monday and Tuesday next week for everybody.
Yes.
So have a good day.